sport fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's get straight into the episode.
Yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun.
Before we start, I need to say something to you that I do say to everyone that comes on, but I would not be saying it if it wasn't true. You're sitting here because I find you interesting, and that's because you are an interesting person. I want to learn more about you, how you think, and how you feel, and I love that I have the opportunity to be able to share this experience. So I really appreciate you for coming over. Thank you for sitting down. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to be sitting down with the man I'm sitting with today because he's one of the very few people in my life that I share so many laughing memories with. Almost every time we get together, we're laughing, and I really appreciate that. The only problem is with this, mate, is I can't really go out if we're both single because Mr. Cove from Stone himself over here, he would pull every single one of those times. This is Jordan Gregan.
How you doing, mate?
Good. We got through the intro, no interruptions.
We did.
Alright, first question I asked, be honest with me, 100%. Yeah. How do you feel?
I feel nervous.
Yeah, good.
I'm like low-key shaking.
Yeah, good. I love the honesty. But I promise you, I'm feeling just as nervous.
Okay.
And every other person that's ever done the podcast says the same thing.
All right.
It lasts about 5 minutes.
Okay,
so
sweet.
Just chill, have some drinks, and fucking find yourself.
It's just like weird, like so many. I've never had a conversation with cameras, you know.
Yeah.
Cameras that I'm aware of.
Oh. But yeah, as I said, everyone feels like that. So trust me. One time I asked one of my mates, shout out to Josh Fisher. I did mention this in the last podcast, but I'm like, "How you feeling?" And he goes, nervous, bro. Like I could see it on him, bro. He's like physically shaking. Bro.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Feel it.
I will tell you if this light goes from red to nothing. Let me know. If that one does it, I will.
Okay.
I'm just double checking everything's on because
it's gone. It's nothing.
Fuck off.
I told you they were coming out.
Alright. I once did a podcast with the first person I messaged over the internet, Moe Duwari, on TikTok. We did the entire podcast, and then the last minute I'm like, oh fuck, bro, these cameras are off. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, thanks for coming over, bro.
So you had to do it again, obviously.
And like 3 weeks later.
Did you talk about the same things or like?
I try to, but like try not to, but I have to try and do it at the same time. But I can't recreate something that was so good.
Yeah, it would have been like a bit awkward the second time, I reckon.
Yeah, I had my mate Adam Kadir episode, would have been like 25 or something like that, and we did 4 takes. I fucked up 3 times, bro, and every podcast was like a 2-hour podcast. He'd travel for 35 minutes to get here, and then he'd leave, and I'd be like, hey, sorry, dude, I actually deleted it.
So is everything good now? Do I not
everything,
have to...
as far as I know, is good, but if I've learned anything statistically speaking, something's gone wrong, right?
Well, mate, you know, I'm more than happy to come back.
I did mention in the beginning. Actually, fuck, let's just talk about what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we had to fucking push a car across Old Windsor Road.
Yeah. You get here, and I'm like, bro, let's go quickly to the servo. We'll get a couple drinks. And then my dad's like, you ready to give me a hand? I'm like, for fuck's sake, dude. He had to tow my brother's car. We had to sit in it, fucking across the main road and shit. And as soon as we get there, it's a fucking cop-out, bro.
Sitting right there waiting for us. It was like he could hear our conversations.
Yeah.
And we had to push the fucking car in front of him.
Bro. Yeah, that was cooked. I just remember saying, well, welcome back into the life of Doxy, bro.
Yeah, it was a very, very good welcome. Yeah. Very good welcome.
Bro, speaking of cars, oh man, I think about this memory all the time. Do you remember that time when we went to the service station the morning before?
That was like the 3rd day you got your car, your new car, your ute, with the carpet on the back.
No, not that car. I got another one. Do you remember the iLoad?
Oh, yeah. That's the one with the fuel cap that was hard to open.
No. There's too many memories, bro. It's too many cool
I'm thinking about that one.
No, there's a time when I'll just incriminate myself here on the podcast real quick, but I got fried as fuck before work one morning, right? And then I went to go fill up my fucking diesel van with fucking diesel. But for some reason, like 40 kilometers down the fucking motorway, the car starts shutting it off. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You're like, what's happening?
I remember that.
We're just bouncing around. And I'm like, what could be possibly happening? And you're like, what fuel did you put in it? And then I'm like, oh shit, bro, that was petrol, eh? That was petrol.
Pulled over, called Jim. He was fucking pissed, as usual.
Uber.
The amount of times we cost that kind of money, when we lost the fucking ladder off the roof as well, and off the motorway, and we pulled like to the side, and we got out of the car, and we're like it was fine. We were going to pick it up, and then a fucking truck just comes out of nowhere and just flattens
zigzag,
it.
twisty of a ladder.
It was still good to use, but like
I remember we looked at it, we're like, Nah, fuck it.
Yeah, we just left it.
Those bumpers there. Those wheel hubs and shit.
Fuck, so many memories, man. I want to fucking work with you again.
It was
honestly.
good, bro. I love those Snapchats of us dancing and
Yeah.
taking off and shit.
That was when we were waiting to fucking call us back.
Bro, back in the day, we just used to just spend the day filling in time, mate.
Just do whatever we want.
Yeah. The next guy I worked with after you, Ryan Fossey, shout out to Fossey, I know you're listening. We did the same thing in a way where it's like, what do we do today? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do? We'd find something to do. We'd go shopping, we'd go fucking hit the beach or whatever.
Yeah.
It was sick. And I remember, I have a good memory from another ladder that I lost off the roof actually. I was driving down M7 and I left, say, could have been Campbelltown or something like that to the workshop. And then I said to you remember Christos?
Yeah,
He said to me at the workshop, where's your ladder? And I'm like, oh, get fucked, bro.
By the way, that's exactly how he speaks.
I'll do it exactly like he would. Bro, where's your ladder?
Everything's like a question. Even if it wasn't a question, it's a question.
Yeah. It's almost like, did I say this right?
Yeah. Not sure if I'm saying it right,
Yeah.
but I'm going to say
You're
it.
like, what's your favorite food? He's like, burger?
Yeah.
Like, is that the word?
What did he used to call that place Crow's Nest?
Oh.
Remember that? Crow's Nest.
I went to Crow's Nest. Yeah, I love you, Christos. I hope this thing shout to Christos. I love Christos.
I miss you, Christos. I miss you, bro.
I speak to him a bit. He's left now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he went to be. I'm gonna beat me saying that. I don't like saying company names actually. I might beep out every time we just said.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but I remember one time he says that to me at the workshop. I'm like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Get in the car. We're going back to that job site before fucking finds out. And then we drive all the way to the job. Check there. Didn't leave it there. Just as I thought, I left it on the roof. We drove down the same motorway, same streets. There was no ladder. It was 2.5 hours later.
Oh, my God.
It was a Friday. I end up leaving work. I think maybe I went and bought a new ladder or something like that. And then Christos comes to work on Monday. And he's like, bro, you won't believe what just happened. I went to a hotel party and one of the boys was late, like fucking 3-4 hours late.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, what happened? He's like, I was driving down the M7 and the car in front of me, a ladder came off the roof, right? And the guy in front of me had to slam on the brakes and I fucking drove straight up the back of this fucking car.
Oh, shit.
A car drove up the back of me, another car drove up the back of them, massive pile up. On the same spot where I lost that fucking ladder.
Oh, my God. Was the ladder right, though? It was there.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, I remember with Christos, actually, we used to, when we were working together, we used to try and have competitions to see who could scream fuck the loudest.
Oh my
We'd have the windows down and we'd just be driving like in the middle of the city. And then,
How did that start? How do you start?
well, I think it was because like we missed a turn or something. Like, you know me with fucking GPS shit. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Like we missed a turn and I think either me or Chris was like, fuck. And then like whoever it was, the opposite person tried to make it louder and then we just kept doing it.
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck, let's actually do this. We're both trying to scream louder than the other while the windows are down. The amount of people that are
There's
looking at the
signage
cars.
and everything on those cars.
It was like, fuck.
Everyone's like, do not call that company.
Don't call
Yeah, I'll beat that out. I'll beat that out. I'm happy about every time we said his name too. We'll just keep this as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
But that just reminded me of another memory of you actually when you said how you are with GPS.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember one time you were navigating me to work, bro. You were going to this job and you were navigating me and I'm just driving and you had the phone because back we couldn't have you're not allowed to have a phone, I think, near the window.
On your P's.
Yeah,
We're on our
so
Ps.
back then we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
You were navigating me and then you're like, hey, just left through here, bro. I'd say, where am I going the roundabout? You're like, just straight through. Right, left, straight. What about the lights left? No, straight through. Bro, all of a sudden we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm like, bro, where the fuck are we? And you're like, just keep going straight, bro, and then left. And then I'm like, where the fuck? I can't turn left. I look at you, you're dead asleep, bro. You're like this.
And I kept missing the turns.
I'm
Like
like,
we were
bro,
routing.
and you're like, just right, bro. Just right, the next one. And I'm like, are you asleep? And you're like, just keep going straight. I'm like, get fucked.
I remember you pulled over, we're like, all right, we need to get this fucking sorted. We're like fucking 30 minutes late. Like, let's fucking get there. And we eventually got there.
Bro, I was like, how the fuck are you sleeping? You're just like, left here, bro. I'm just blindly just a retarded, bro, just driving.
We got nothing done. We got nothing done.
We never got anything done, eh? I
That was
loved
so
it, but
fun.
it was the best.
It was the best one. I remember,
Hang on, let me pause you real quick. Sorry to cut you off. I'm going to shut this window.
Yeah.
With these fucking stupid dogs next door. Alright, continue with what you're saying.
Or when we were working and we were doing a job for his cousin, and I remember it was like, all right, we're gonna change his cool room condenser, like we're changing the aircon, the splitty, like we're gonna rerun the pipes, everything.
We did everything. We did fucking underbench. We put
Underbench.
fridges on the wall. And
Yeah,
shit.
Mo was like making up fucking everything, and I remember the condensers we put in for the fridges were like 5 years old, and we spray painted them black. Not because we wanted to, but because we were told to. We were told to, all right?
That's right.
I remember.
I'm so beeping out the company now. Yeah.
Shouts out to
That would happen
fucking-
all the time, bro. That would happen all the time. He'd just be like, fuck it, just peel off the sticker, paint it.
Yeah, we'd be digging through the garbage to find some like spare fucking parts.
Yeah, that's sick. Bro, you know, I still talk to a lot of the boys. I fucking, because I need to stop. I gotta stop saying the name of the company. I'm gonna have to beep so many things out.
You're gonna have to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, I only left like, I think, October. October is when I left.
It's like pretty recent.
So pretty recently, yeah.
Was it an okay leave, mutual? He didn't
We
like
both
it.
have a different memory of how it went down. We do. We both have a different memory of it.
Of course,
Yeah, standard.
it's expected.
But what really happened was, stop saying the name.
I'll just call him George.
There we go, George. What really happened was, from my perspective, is I was driving the company vehicle all the time outside of work because I don't have my own car.
Yeah.
And I can see how, from a business perspective, especially if you're trying to cut costs, that's not the best idea. But from my perspective, every company's offering it. So obviously, the company should be offering that as well because there's too many competitors that can do the same thing. And he would mention to me every now and then, you know, you should really get your own vehicle. And then I'd always be like, I don't know, man. I don't want to own a car. Like, it's just shit.
Yeah.
And then he ended up saying to me one day to try and push me in the direction of getting my own car. From 1 week from today, you've got to start leaving the vehicle at the office and you're not allowed to take it home. And I knew what what he was getting at. And that was, if you buy your own car, eventually I'm going to start letting you drive the car to work back home every day because I know you'll have your own car for the weekends and shit. And mind you, I'd pay for my own fuel on the weekend sometimes and shit. So I didn't see a problem with it, but I wasn't backing it down. I was like, all right, well, when do you want it? 1 week from today? Well, 1 week from today is my resignation.
Oh.
And then he ended up saying, or maybe he gave me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely 1 week because I only had to give 1 week notice because we got new contracts. And then he said, oh, well, and then he didn't want to back down from the game of chicken either. And he said,
of course.
so why are you going to wait 1 week? Why are you going to resign in 1 week? And I said, because I have to give you 1 week's notice. And then he said, so why don't you just quit today? What if I just pay you out in lieu? And I'm like, what if I just give you annual leave? And he's like, I'm like, I kind of need the extra week's time to sort myself out and shit. And he's like, well, what if I just pay you for the next week and I pay you out in annual leave? And I just said, well, let's unload the fucking
Let's go. It's all right now.
Let's go.
Damn.
So then I had all pack outs in the car that I paid for and they were full of material. They probably would have, I think there was like $800 over pack outs. And he's just like, fuck it, let's not bother fucking unpacking them all. We'll just leave them in the truck. I'll just buy them all off you at full cost, which I did. So I got paid out for fucking, I think I had 3 or 4 weeks annual leave. I got a week in lieu, and then I got all the money paid out for the pack outs, which I do not need anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So they just would have been sitting there. And then I pretty much just worked for myself for fucking 7 weeks or something like that, 6, 7 weeks. I just did aircons, 1-2 jobs a week. I was surviving. Yeah. I had all the free time in the world, bro. I had like 6 days off a week.
Wow.
I was making almost the same money anyway.
Yeah.
And then that's when this fucking new company ended up calling me and being like, if you want to come work with us? And I'd obviously heard of the company.
Did you apply for them or they just...
No, they called me out of the blue.
Damn.
I heard you're not with the old company anymore. Do you want to come work here? I said, I don't know. I've got to be honest with you, man. I'm really enjoying working for myself. It's so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I was kind of supervising at my old company. I don't really want to come start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I understand if I did come, it would take some training. So I would start there, but I do want to have my own team. And he said, well, we do night shift. So you'll have all your daytime free. You can choose to sleep whenever you want.
Okay.
We'll train you up and you can be in your own team as soon as you're ready for it. And we'll give you your own crew. And we are doing CO2 only. From now on, for the future, every install CO2.
Yeah, I've heard they're changing. It's more efficient and better for the environment.
And we got 25 years to have every single supermarket at the CO2. In
Wow.
25 years from now, not allowed to have refrigerant in supermarkets.
Really?
So our company is pushing the lead on trying to do the changeovers.
Yeah.
But everyone's kind of got to start doing it because if you
Yeah,
don't
we've had
learn
a
it now,
meeting about it already.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. We had it last week on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's going to start doing new installs in CO2.
The bigger ones we are. Smaller units, under benches, like stick with the same 134, 404, the same old stuff. But yeah, bigger stuff, like big cool rooms, and yeah, we're going to change over to CO2.
Yeah, nice.
Which is a bit annoying because apparently it doesn't work as good as the actual refrigerant. Like it's not, like it's efficient, but like it's not as good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe in a sense that in order to have it running at 100% capacity, you have to upgrade other things as well.
Yeah, okay.
And that would cost a lot more. But if it's a brand new build and you did it all properly, it costs, I think at the moment it's about 3 times more expensive, but they're slowly getting
Eventually
it down.
it'll get back to
normal cost.
Yeah. It's because it's all new.
Yeah. But I think you save 30% in power if you do it properly from the beginning. So if you're paying $1 million a year in energy,
Yeah.
you're paying $300,000. And if you're going to spend $1 million to upgrade it, instead you spend, call it 2 point something, because the cost is going down.
Yeah.
You've paid it off in fucking quite quickly.
Yeah, it's true.
Quite
Yeah, I
quickly.
can see why the supermarkets would be going straight to that.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
also apparently bad for the environment. I don't know if I believe it, but
CO2.
no, refrigerant.
Oh, yeah. Especially 22.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I believe it's bad for the environment, but
Really?
yeah.
Apparently
I
it's
don't
like
know,
the reason why like everyone says like fossil fuels and stuff from cars and all that, but refrigerant, if
Yeah,
you think
but-
about how many cars are out there, right? And then every single car has an aircon. Every single car needs a regas too.
Yeah, but think about it from this perspective. Australia is only responsible for less than 0.1% of the total pollution being polluted in the planet.
It's because our country isn't as
0.1.
populated, hey.
But 0.1, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
And
crazy.
now out of all that, 99% of all greenhouse gases are from agriculture. 99% across the planet, including in Australia. The statistics say it's across the board. So from farming and all these vegetarian style, say, lifestyles, which are also healthy lifestyles as well. But then out of that, I think what's left, I think it's like 70% they think are from refrigerant.
Okay.
Of what's left.
Yeah.
And that's of car commit. I don't know, bro. I think trucks would pollute a lot more. There'd be so much diesel and petrol being burned every
Well,
day.
if that's the case, then they're just wanting to look better then.
Yeah.
It's like Macca's changing to wooden fucking spoons.
Yeah,
It's like they don't give a
fuck
shit.
off, bro.
Like their fucking lids and their cups are still plastic.
Straws are shit,
Like,
bro.
yeah,
They're
everything
shit.
is so shit. Like,
Yeah.
why change to that? Like, it wasn't a problem for the last fucking 50 years.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to make it so you have to actually have your own cup.
Oh, yeah. So many people would forget it, though. Like, there's so many dumb people out there. Sorry to all the dumb people, but,
Sorry,
like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone, I'm going to forget
People
my
are
cup.
sitting at home like, oh,
Am I dumb?
he's talking about me.
But, like, I would be the person to forget that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you'd leave your house, you're like, fuck, my Macca's cup.
But what if it's like a phone, bro? What if you just have a cup all the time? Like
Like
your
go-go
phone
gadget.
charger in your car,
Yeah.
and a cup as well. Everyone has a cup. Or if your car had a
Interesting.
fucking, instead of your cup holders come with cups in your
Well,
car.
how would you clean it? You would just, like,
No,
have
like
to
you
wipe
take it out and you
yeah.
fucking give it a fucking
Yeah, and fucking, yeah. The good old fucking spit.
yeah. I do want to talk about actually. I was going to get to what you started doing ever since X company that we both used to work at.
Yep.
But instead, I'll talk about this pollution thing for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the carbon footprint is what everyone's trying to lower, and I've been looking into the carbon footprint lately because there's actually a massive business carbon footprint. Have you heard of it? It's called carbon commissions.
I haven't heard of the business, no.
It's a crazy industry that I'd love to be able to get involved in. I just don't know how. But some people, especially from Australia, are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day, if not more.
Do you know what it entails? Or
I know what it is. I
Yeah.
just don't know how to get my hands on it. So basically, everyone has a carbon footprint from the moment you're born to the moment you die, and that's how
100%.
much damage you've done to the planet. And they measure it through different things. So say your car will burn you'll get X amount of carbon. Your carbon footprint will grow by this much. Now, carbon, I think the word's commission, is every time you do something good for the environment, you minus those points off, or you gain points to take them off that bad score.
Okay.
So maybe your score goes down, and then you gain those points back by planting trees and shit like that.
Yeah.
So some companies have a negative, say a big franchise like Woolworths. Some companies have a positive, like a Plant a Tree Foundation,
Yeah.
things like that. The crazy thing about it is you can buy these carbon commissions and then or sell them. So Woolworths, for example, and I'm not saying they do, but a company like that can buy the carbon credits off these plants or tree foundations by donating that money to them, and then they pay them back with these carbon commissions, which takes their score down. And the lower your score is, the less tax you end up paying for things like that.
How is that legal?
That's a whole industry. So like, say there's some like native Aboriginal people living in Northern Territory, and they've been bush burning for fucking however long they've been here, 40,000 years or more or less, and they're getting grants from the government for doing this natural thing for the environment that helps with fucking growing and shit. So the government's just giving these fucking people hundreds of thousands of carbon credits, and then fucking Apple comes by, gives them $100,000 in return for these 100,000 carbon credits, and then they are paying less and less tax.
Wow.
So then, but it's like, we have it in our trade as well. Every time you upgrade a refrigeration system, the money that you save in power is how much carbon commissions you get. Every time you put a glass door on a fridge that was originally an open case, you get 2,000.
Okay.
Every time you upgrade something with a VSD or EEV fan or valve, you get these carbon credits, and refrigeration companies who install them also get them. So if you're a sole trader, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know those companies that go through businesses and they like put like the lights in and they replace them with LEDs, and they do it for like $8 a light or something super cheap. And
But it's like a whole high-rise building, yeah.
Yeah, but like, how can you make money even if you're only doing 10?
It's for the positive carbon
Because
footprint.
they're making carbon credits, and
So-
they're selling those carbon credits to businesses, and they're making money like that. It's an entire industry.
That's interesting.
And people have found a way to be the middleman.
Yeah.
So some people are going to local supermarkets, telling them, oh, they're going through and marking everything that's LED. You know, you can apply for these grants.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $5,000 for your grants that you're getting. Company's going to turn around and hear this complicated process and be like, yeah, I'll take the $5,000. And then these cunts are making $10,000 profit on each one.
Because he's selling it again.
And there's middlemen doing it for businesses, bro. Like finance businesses and clothing companies.
We have to get our way in there.
So everyone listening, like, fuck, just remember who you heard it from, right?
Yeah.
If you found out a way, just fucking let us know and just let me help, let me get involved.
So interesting. The way it works for the negative, I don't know. I want to understand that more. I want to
that's why it's fake, bro. It's,
Yeah.
it's made up.
Literally, that's what
made
it sounds
up.
like. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
like it's like they're literally buying things that aren't theirs to make themselves look better.
Yeah, it's
and
not
they're paying
real.
less tax
That's
for
the
it.
crazy part about it. It's not real.
It's so weird.
And that's like when Australia wants to get down to a zero carbon footprint by the year 2050 or whatever year it is.
Oh,
Because-
other countries are going to start buying our positive cut.
No,
Oh,
Well, we're gonna start buying these credits off smaller countries and things like that.
yeah, and making
then-
more money off other countries buying it
and
off
then
us.
reselling them
Mm-hmm.
to other bigger companies like China. So Australia is probably going to become a middleman
Yeah,
between these small islands and big companies like China and Russia and things like that.
so that's the way. That's the way we're going.
It's all made up, bro. It's all entirely fake. I love the whole energy saving scheme that's happening right now.
There's so
'cause-
many cryptos, like they're green cryptos,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like how are you green? You know?
Let me double check. I heard a beep and that was freaking me out.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Don't worry, that's on it.
Yeah, so yeah, but everything's all fucking fake, bro. I love the energy scheme. It's and the obviously we're polluting the environment and we should try and save it.
But how can we we can't really avoid it to an
You can't
extent.
avoid it to an extent. You're
Like when you
definitely
take a
right.
shit, you're like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
And apparently they've created this nuclear energy, which is really, really recent in technology, and they're going to try and domesticate it eventually. But it's so dangerous now that if you had it in your phone and shit, it would run your phone for its life. It would never die.
mm-hmm.
But if it leaked out, it's what's
Nuclear
the word?
reactive.
Nuclear. So it's what's that thing that it does? Radioactive.
Oh, radioactive, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I can see why they're not rolling it out now, but when they do, apparently everyone's carbon footprint from the moment they're born to the moment they die would be the size of a Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
That's the total damage you do to the planet. Everyone would have one Rubik's Cube size.
How will
damage.
they regulate it, you reckon?
I think that technology is just going to become too advanced for us to fucking have to worry. Realistically,
Like we'll have shit in our brains.
Oh,
and
you mean like, do you reckon we'll get
Yeah.
stronger?
I feel like
vaccines and shit.
I feel like it'll be in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like when I reckon
15 years,
with I was gonna say 20, but 15 sounds better.
Yeah.
I want it to happen sooner.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would put it in me. I'll need to see it first.
Like this radioactive thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
What if you get like mutated?
I don't know, man. The last person I did the podcast with, he explained, he's a naturopath, which you've seen.
Yeah.
He was telling me that And I thought he would have a whole different mindset about the vaccine. Like, it was fucked, it was bad for you, like, fucking, because he's a healthy cunt.
Yeah.
He was saying, it's not really that bad for you. All you've done is you've mimicked the compound of COVID, and you've injected it into your body. And that sequence is now attaching itself to your DNA. But everything you ingest attaches itself to your DNA. Every virus you catch, everything. So all it does is you've really mimicked something, and now your body knows what it is, so it can actually create the antibodies it needs to fight it.
Oh, okay.
So it he said it in a positive light, which I didn't expect, and it made me feel a bit better about getting the whole thing.
What about the boosters?
The boosters are the same thing. All it is you're mimicking the next upgrade of the virus.
Okay.
Because the virus is mutating, so you're just mimicking the add-ons that the virus is picking up. You're just creating a synthetic version of that.
Okay.
That isn't meant to be harmful for you.
It's like the shield.
Yeah, it's basically a shield.
Yeah.
And it's like training for your fucking DNA. DNA trains. So I think that if we're going to start getting these things that are bad for you, nuclear-wise and radioactively, we'll be able to create the same mimicked
true, eventually.
And shove that onto our DNA,
Yeah.
so our bodies are going to be able to fight it naturally.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we could evolve to somehow take radioactive.
Maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe we're evolving, bro.
Yeah, well, we
Maybe
are.
We're in evolution.
We are a part of evolution.
Yeah.
Literally.
I always thought evolution is in like internet.
Yeah.
Maybe our evolution is...
It is. That's a part of our evolution as well.
100%. I understand that is. But maybe I've never thought about it like this. Maybe like we're evolving our DNA just through technology.
Yeah. Okay. Because we never would have reached the point we're at now without it.
Yeah. Well, we could have. It probably just would have taken another million years.
Yeah. Damn. So technology, it's obviously accelerated our evolution massively.
Oh, incredible.
Like could...
Dude, do you know that our fingers have evolved as humans, our pinky fingers, since over the last 20 years? And people are being born, I'm pretty sure, with a bigger deviation between your pinky. Because you hold your phone like this. So you have a natural deviation now in your finger that is growing as people are getting born because the phones are getting bigger.
Oh, that's cooked. That is cooked.
That is cooked, eh?
Eventually, phones won't be a physical thing. It'll be like digital in your hand or something, like a hologram.
Yeah.
It's
they made this new Apple glasses. It's about to come out. Where it's like, I watched the ad for it the other day. It's real, bro. It's like you can go like for a jog.
You use your brain to like control things.
Well, you use your senses to control things.
So you blink.
Still have to like probably voice activated, or maybe look at something and fucking squeeze down or something.
Yeah, or like, I don't know.
It'd have to be a way to do
works.
it. Or maybe you connect something to your wrist and you fucking use your little watch or something. But yeah, you can full see street navigation when you go for a run. You can turn on advertisements and you can look around and you can see billboards and shit. Like Ready Player One type shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like what it is actually going to be like in like 20 or 30 years. I feel like in that amount of time, there won't be like normal jobs. Like there won't be a Macca's job. There won't be like a Woolworths or like a Bunnings. It's literally all going to be like robots, and people are going to try and find like it'd probably be a job through like finance or something, because we're going to have so much more money in the future. We have to have more money. So it's going to be like everyone's going to have like a job where it's so remote, stuck at home,
remote jobs,
put on these glasses so they can see outside, but they're really just inside.
Have you seen that fucking not documentary, but it's like a documentary on the new Metaverse with the Facebook fucking thing?
Oh, Meta, yeah.
Yeah, they made this fucking like 1 1.5 or 1 hour and 15 minute doco, and I'll put a link in the description for everyone that wants to watch that and the Apple glasses. And it's like it explained the plan for the Metaverse. So it's exactly what you're saying, and it's a full video from what's that cunt's name? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He's explaining to you the entire time and showing you proof that you put your glasses on in your house and you're in the work environment with other people, you're waving at people.
That's so
and then
weird.
there's like a CAD drawing for builders and shit, and they're like all in a Zoom call looking at each other, and it's like, let's enter. So they all jump into the fucking CAD drawing, and then they're walking around the building that they're about to construct and shit like that.
What?
And that's what I think they're investing $10 billion a year every year until they get it as good as they want it.
Wow.
Which is fucking sick.
I've actually invested in Expector. Have you heard of Expector? So it's like they're creating a metaverse as well.
Oh, yeah.
They're partnered with Ripple.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've got Ripple.
Yeah, and by the end of next year, they're expected to have like a full on thriving like metaverse.
Sign me up, bro.
And
Sign me up.
yeah, but like so many people are claiming they're gonna have like a metaverse here and a metaverse there. Like everyone just talks about it.
It's all gonna have to run on a particular database.
Yeah.
So it's all gonna be connected, which is the cool part about it.
If you can
cross-change your fucking Halo video game character into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Shit, like that's just from a gaming perspective.
I want to watch Ready Player One again. And have you ever seen? Oh, what's the movie called?
Free Guy.
No, it's the one where it's not Ready Player One because that's the one where he's a kid, right?
Yeah, he's a kid. He's a kid.
There's one where it's like
an older movie. Like it's like 15 years older.
Probably like 10 years old, maybe 15.
Is it the one?
Is it Player One? No, it can't be Player One.
Is it like a movie where the guy's like
he's in a video game,
yeah,
but
the only thing I can remember from it was like a couple hot chicks, and there was like a couple in the game, but then in real life there was like a fat fucking loser sitting in his house. Like
yes,
and
then when people die in the game, so when you're like in a shooting part, when people die in the game, they're actually dead.
In real life.
But the thing is, when you're the guy who's in like the full metaverse, but you're playing as someone who is actually alive. That's the movie. And then you're using like weapons in the game and shooting other people, but it's a game, but you're actually killing people. And you're a person too. And
I watched that when I was probably 11.
And the whole like plot is like the person who's like in the game like gets out.
And then so is like a person playing someone in the game, and is that person in the game playing a game?
Well, he's stuck. He's stuck in it because he's like been captured by this billionaire who's created this fucking game. So, and that's why he escaped to try and kill.
Oh no, I have seen that movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name.
That's a recent movie, bro.
It's like 10, like I reckon 10 years max.
Okay, because there's another brand new one that's got Jennifer Lawrence. Is that the chick?
I know what you're talking about. It's like
not Bandersnatch. No, it was Bandersnatch.
That's one where you control the plot.
Oh yeah, was it Bandersnatch? No, this was like a part 2 of an original movie, wasn't it? I'll put a link for all these movies down in the description because they're all so good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. This one movie I'm trying to think of, I cannot remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember it either. But the new one, I watched the new one. Have you seen that? Oh, it's Matrix, bro.
No.
The new one I'm thinking of is the Matrix movie.
Oh, the new Matrix that came out?
Yeah, that's the plot for the new Matrix.
Oh, shit.
That's the one with Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, I didn't know she was in the Matrix.
I think it's that. Nah, it's not that. But there's another one. There's another one. The Matrix is also that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's so many, bro.
You know, so the last time I watched The Matrix was only recently, but the time before I watched it recently was like fucking when I was a kid. When I was like really, really young. And I watched it again because like so many people rave about it.
Yeah.
And like it is pretty crazy. It's kind of like real life now.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Have you seen? So you're pretty aware of the movie trilogy for the Matrix. Like you understand the concept of the whole thing. Do you know? I don't know if this is a fact or if this is a theory that I thought of. If it's a theory someone else thought of, but you know, in the plot of the movie, they're talking about Morpheus is explaining to Neo. We've trialed this for fucking years and years and years, and there was a 99% accuracy. But there was always that 1% of people who just couldn't accept the Matrix. Yeah. So you created the Matrix to keep that 1% at bay. Mm-hmm. And then the whole plot of the movie is them trying to escape. And then in the end, they escape the Matrix and they're in that fucking realm where they've just beaten the robots and shit like that. And they're all partying. And there's a scene where the main character, he just looks up and he kind of stays at his face for the last like 5 seconds. And he looks a bit like unsettled with the fact that they've just won. I think it's because he's realized that they're actually that 1% who have escaped the Matrix and they're still inside the Matrix.
Yeah.
I think they never escaped.
Yeah, they just think
the program they created was a program to think that they're escaping, and then they've created that extra realm in the battery world.
Oh, that's cooked.
So next time you watch it, try and think of that when you're watching it, because I think that's what the movie's kind of hinting at. I think so.
Or like when I was first watching the first one, well, not first watching it, recently watching it, like it kind of makes you think about, like, I don't know, I'm a big conspiracy theorist, and how like the government like manipulate you in a way, like I don't watch any news, like no 7 News, no fucking Channel 10,
Good.
Only when someone like dies or whatever, floods or fires shit. But because I just don't like that manipulation, like it's so like
tyranny, bro. That's what it is. It's tyrannical control. It's just
it's so hard, like
fake everywhere.
Like I went away with like my part, like Tiffany and her family, and we went to Battery Bay, and like just like it was like the nighttime, we were eating dinner, we like chucked the TV on, and it was actually the Mardi Gras that was on at the time.
Yeah.
But like, bro, every 5 minutes there's an ad break, and the ad break's longer than the period you're actually watching TV.
Yeah.
And it's always constantly the same ads, and it's like the weirdest ads. Like there's like a lotto ad, and like, but they're in hospital. Like it's like, oh, you're donating, but you could win millions of dollars.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
I love marketing and advertisement from the perspective of how genius they are to captivate people, bro. I love it. I think
it's so clever.
interesting.
It's very clever.
But it's also so like dangerous because everywhere you look, it's fake.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the more you realize.
Yeah.
And especially, I think our generation above previous generations, we're starting to catch on.
Yeah,
like
I
no
think
one else
because
has.
you talk to someone that's like 30s, like mid 30s to like maybe 40s.
Yeah.
They're all for it.
They're all blind, bro.
They're all like, I can't wait to get home and watch the news.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, oh, I want to watch the chase tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Although I do like the fucking chase. Like, I like getting the questions right. But still, like, you know what I mean? Like, these people are so keen to get home and chuck the telly on.
Yeah, I know. And it's just like, it's like someone theorized this where it's like, you jump onto TV, which is television, and it's telling you someone else's vision. That's why it's called television. And then you jump onto a channel, and that's one channel of someone's vision, and you watch a program because that program is programming you to be part of their television.
Don't say this.
You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
And it's like, it all makes sense when you think about it like that. It's because that's exactly what's happening. You watch, say, American type TV, you've got Fox News, which is like one wing, and then you've got CNN, which would be another wing. And
ESPN.
ESPN. Yeah. And you've got everything, bro. In Australia, it's the same. You've got Sydney Morning Herald and Daily Telegraph, which are two different political opinions. And then whichever one you're watching, that's when you start to see these bad opinions on certain government.
Yeah, like both are like got the same article, but like the opposite side.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing is, every one of these media companies is owned by one family. I think there's 3 families that own literally everything from what we consume on subscription memberships like Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, to the mass media companies, every news station, every social media thing. There's 3 families that own all of it. And then the same and then, bro, it goes as deep as like,
the banks
I recently
and shit.
heard this, Banks, 100%.
Rothschild family.
Yeah.
Rockefeller.
Yeah, those families like that, they own all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just sitting back and watching. Like,
I've seen a video of one of the Rothschild guy. He's just like caught in England on like in the road, and someone's just got their phone out.
Oh, he's like a nephew or some shit, eh?
Yeah, it was some random like video. Like some person ran up to him and was like, "Hey, like I know who you are. Like, I know you were trying to manipulate us with the TV or like television or whatever."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, what channel are you with?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it's just private." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he just walked away like he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, bro, that's true because it's like he's looking at this person, he's trying to decide which character is he, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, he's trying to decide who he's gonna fuck up.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Damn. Imagine being that powerful that when you encounter people, you know which side of which debate you've decided to put that.
You know their
person
team
on.
already, like you know their color.
Team, yeah.
That's so weird.
That's sick, bro. I love how interesting that is. That's so interesting to me.
You know what's another interesting thing is that we can like any human can have a chance of being born into that family as well.
Oh,
like
really?
you and I could have been like one of their fucking sons or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that I was always meant to be me. I think about that.
Yeah, I feel like that too. But like I like to think of
in a weird how do I say this, like cooked way.
Yeah.
I think I have been that person before, or I will be that person in the future. You know what I mean? Like we're all one.
Yeah.
I think of it like that. We're all one, and that's why I think we have all these feelings like empathy and trauma and all, because you can kind of relate.
Birthmarks.
Yeah, I think that you kind of relate because you know what it feels like to be that person, and that's why it hurts when you hurt someone because you're
hurting yourself.
Kind of hurting yourself in a way.
That's so
too cool.
And that's why we bury people, because of things that grow from the ground. Like we feel, we breathe in. We're breathing in like everyone else's like soul.
I can tell this podcast's getting real quick. I know that way. At least we can go back to that. But speaking of Matrix, another thing I just thought of is, you know how his name's Neo?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Neo is a synonym for one? If you rearrange the letters, so he is the one, which is fucking like that.
Yeah, I think I realized that before. I think one of my friends mentioned it to me, and I was like, "Fuck, that's pretty cool." But yeah,
sick. Yeah, I love it.
Makes me want to name my fucking offspring Neo.
Yeah.
Either gender.
Yeah.
Either.
That's actually a good idea. Neo.
Neo could be it, or Nia.
Yeah, I like that. Imagine naming your kid a synonym for a sick word. That'd be a good idea.
That is.
About that. Or actually, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I can see where my brain's going. But when we're talking about like pollution and shit like that.
Oh, yeah,
I've got
yeah.
another point to chuck in there too. It's like with when we're talking about straws and forks and all this shit, because they're trying to save the pollute. I saw a documentary once called, it was on Netflix. It was called something to do with Blackfish. It was called Blackfish. You ever seen that one?
No.
It was an insight to the dangers of what we're doing to the ocean and shit like that. So I talked about like over farming of whales and dolphins and all this tuna and shit. But then it talked about, I think it was this doco, and there will be a link in the description. And sorry, everyone, you've got about 35 hours worth of movies to watch now. But they're all so good. But it was talking about how pollution in the ocean is 99% or 98 or something high as fuck. No, I think it was 97% fishing waste. And that's just nets.
Wow.
So the nets that they drop by accident, well, they're mass fishing, which are so big that they wipe out a football field of fish and shit in a second sometimes. Just ripping up everything, which is why they get so many dolphins and whales and sharks, because they're just trying to get fish, but they're like, fuck it. Yeah, 90, that's what's covering all of the pollution in the ocean, and shit like plastic and all this is less than 1%.
It's what we were talking about before.
Oil and shit like that.
It's the carbon footprint. It's what we were saying.
Yeah. There's enough waste being dropped, I think, every day to wrap around the earth like fucking 100 times. I'm exaggerating that number. It could have been 30, but it could have been 1,000. I can't remember the number, but that's how much is being dropped every day to wrap that earth that many times. So the bottom of the ocean floor is just fucking covered in nets.
If there was a kraken, he's buried.
Yeah, he's suffocated.
He's fucking suffocated. He's gone.
That cunt's out. That cunt's out. He's not gonna, he's grabbing.
He's gonna eat that one.
Yeah. He's just following back that sense, bro. He's
like, no way, I am the kraken. I'm gonna fucking beat this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's crazy. And then this whole movement, Save the Ocean, Stop the Plastics, was designed from these companies that were promoting safe farming of tuna and shit. So there's companies that actually safe farm fish. Like they feed them into certain parts of the ocean so they can catch them when they get older, and they're constantly doing this cycle.
Yeah.
Like how we do with trees in Australia. So you don't really destroy
You tag a tree.
Happening.
They tag trees and stuff.
For every tree they cut down in Australia, we plant a tree.
Yeah.
So they do the same thing with tuna in the ocean. Some of these big companies, like the tunas that we buy in Australia, and if you dive deep enough into that company, you only have to have a certain percentage of your food being recyclable in order to count yourself as a recyclable company. You can still be mass farming the oceans as long as a certain amount of it is this. Now, these same companies started the movement Stop the Plastics to create an entire
different motive
and it worked because people stopped using plastic straws and plastic fucking spoons,
but they're still fucking doing it.
They're doing all the damage in order to take the eyes away from what the real damage of the ocean is, because as soon as these companies
raise awareness
and like, what do you call it, like ocean explorers and shit, animal marine biologists started to like have a word and started to say something, they created this fucking thing and pushed it out into the fucking media.
Wow.
And it distracted everyone, and it worked. And it's like we lost all our plastic straws and shit for nothing.
And some people were like really like Nazi about it too. Like, oh, you don't have a like fucking
like
cardboard straw
and shit.
Yeah, like what turtle?
Bro, someone said a joke about this. I think it was Andrew Santino. He's saying how you're telling me a straw went across the ocean and a turtle was just I was like, I've never seen a turtle. I've seen two.
Yeah.
And a straw and then a turtle, and he goes, and then, you know what I mean? Like, what's the?
You know what's sad about that? Because there was actually a video of like a turtle with a straw in its nose. They probably fucking grabbed the turtle and put the straw in his nose.
No, I know the backstory, the real backstory. But for everyone listening, the story is like when this team is on a boat and they're trying to pull a straw out of a turtle's nose, and then they get pliers and shit, and it's reefed in there.
Yeah.
That's actually a thing that's been put in there by a marine biologist to help the turtle breathe. They fucking fucked up that turtle cunt. That was a piece of scientific.
Oh, and they thought they were helping it.
Yeah, science, bro.
At least they thought they were helping him. You know, like they didn't have they didn't want to kill him.
No, you're not
true.
Jesus, bro. Put your cape down.
That is true. Like just leave nature be, you know.
But it's videos like that and a mass thing, which is kind of what we're talking about. How it's like it's easy for everyone to get manipulated.
Yeah.
That video became so viral, which probably helped push that movement on Stop the Straws, and it was some idiot trying to take a straw out of someone's nose.
Wow.
And as we're saying, what's the fucking chances of a straw landing into its
What if it's like a
nose?
sabotage thing? Like the people that were creating the motive of like get rid of the plastic straws knew that the marine biologists were putting these fucking things in the turtle's nose so they can breathe better.
Because they're like, fuck, these turtles are so annoying.
Yeah. So yeah, they were like, no. We need people to like think that turtles are like fucking dying because of straws.
Yeah.
And then this video comes out of nowhere. So what if these people were paid, or they were the people that were trying to push the no plastic, and they went up to some random turtle like, oh, this guy's got one, and fucking yanked it out.
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't want to fucking help the turtle.
Maybe they wanted to just maybe they did this just to kill turtles.
Yeah,
bro.
that's it.
Yeah, like you had a vendetta.
Yeah, like fuck turtles, you know.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, bro. I love it. I love it all, bro. I think life's so much more interesting the older I get.
Yeah.
Everything interests me.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. But one thing I do wish is like I wish I was a kid again, but obviously with the same brain. I think everyone has that wish.
Yeah.
Like,
and what part of being a kid do you miss?
like just when I was hitting puberty, I feel like.
But what part of that is nostalgic for you?
Just like the journey. Like I feel like everything that I like went through was like meant to be, but I just want to experience it again.
Okay.
You know, like I miss it. Like I miss.
Is it like I can relate it in a sense where it's like for me, I hit my peak in primary school and it all went downhill from there. You know what I mean? It's like it didn't go downhill. I'm so happy being where I am. Touch wood that I stay where I am and I continue this growth. But as in primary school, it was like I had fucking just met these lifetime friends, and you don't have the understanding that they're never going to be there forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're innocent.
Yeah, that's so true.
You make plans with your friends about being older and like having underground tunnels connecting each other's houses and shit like that. And you don't have the reality of life.
Everyone has that conversation, eh?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, or the conversation of where you buy 4 houses and you take the fences out.
Because we just got all the money in the world.
Yeah, and we're all just like best friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Forever.
Yeah. But I do miss that. Is there any other part that you like feel so drawn towards?
I'm still friends with a lot of people that I became friends with at the start of high school, and that's when I started really enjoying. Like I hated primary school.
Okay.
It was the worst years of my life. I changed school 3 times in primary, so I could never get friends. But I could get friends, but like never keep them. You know, because I'll just leave school and be like, yeah, fuck, got to make new friends now.
Okay.
So it was always really shit. But high school I really liked. I'm still very, very close to a lot of the people I went to school with, but just like, I don't know, just growing up and being just a naughty kid in school, I just miss that shit, you know, like me and my mate. No responsibility.
No consequences.
Yeah, like I didn't have any bills to pay. My mum paid for that shit, you know? Like I used to go to Hungry Jack's and pay for shit with my mum's money. Like, and she didn't know. Like fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I miss that shit.
Now you have all these things like empathy and like
you can't do like
that
I don't want to care. I don't want to care anymore, and I hate caring, but at the same time caring is good.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, like when I was in school, man, I was such a little rascal, bro.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Me too, bro. I wouldn't say I was my worst when I was in school, but I was definitely way more distracted from consequences when I was in school. Yeah, like because I hated how strict. One time because me and my mate thought it was fun to throw knives at each other. Right? We found this knife in his bush.
I haven't done that.
We found this knife in his bush, and it started off like, "Oh, you chuck it here," and it's like, "Nah, fuck. What if you get hurt?" He's like, "Oh, I'll be fine. Just fucking chuck it here." So I just tossed it at him. He caught it, and I'm like, "Damn, that looked cool. Chuck it here." And I fucking caught it cool, and it's like, "Oh, you stand back a bit," and we 5 minutes later, we're on opposite sides of the oval. There's fucking kids everywhere, bro.
What?
We're just.
What type of knife? Like butter knife?
It was
or
like a butter knife, but you know, like those pointy serrated ones?
Oh, shit.
But it was like a good fucking
it's like a steak
one.
knife.
It was
That's
like
a steak knife.
Almost like a steak knife, but like a in-between knife.
That's going in some
kid's head. It didn't have a plastic handle. It was like a one piece. But yeah, we're just lobbing this kind across the school, and like we're like hearing it fly through the air, and like yeah, and then jumping out of the way because like you're trying to like make it look like you're gonna try and catch it, like. And you're just like, fuck! And you just jump out of the way. And
I can see why you got expelled.
Straight to the ground. Yeah. But it's like, I did not think of it at all at the moment. It was just like, I was just having fun.
Yeah.
I was just in my own little zone. Like,
you know, because Tiffany is a school teacher and she learns about how like kids are meant to like learn by themselves while playing.
Okay.
And stuff like, you know how like
school, like high school, primary school?
Primary school.
Okay.
But during her like uni, I was like looking at one of her lectures, and it was interesting. Like they were showing this video of like this playground in, I think, Japan or somewhere that's like really cool.
Someone that's not fucking here, anywhere but here.
Yeah, and fucking there's a massive tree in the middle of the school, and then around the tree they've built like all of these like equipment that kids can play on, but they can easily fall off.
Okay.
But the highest they can fall from is like a meter, but like high enough to break your arm.
Yeah.
But their whole point was like, we don't want to be too like, oh, like don't step there, because their whole life they'll grow up like that.
Yeah.
We want them to get used to like making mistakes and falling over, because when you make mistakes and you fall over, you learn more from it.
Yeah.
So as a kid, yeah, I
can see how that would be such a great idea too.
Yeah. Until like 4 kids break their necks or some shit.
Yeah, well, from working, and it's just like, I feel like and I consider myself to be a high level skilled tradesman for my age, and even if I was a little bit older. If I was in the trade for like 20 years, I wouldn't consider that, but considering I've only been in it for 8, I consider that. So it's good because I can also see where I can go in the future with it. But I feel like I'm only as good as I am because I've fucked up everything.
Yeah.
I've fucked up every possible thing you can do. Bro, when you left X company that we were at once, I picked up a fucking Bitzer unit, a rack that we had cut, like made from Bitzer, with the forklift. Actually, I think the boss was doing it, and then he specifically told me, his phone rang. He's like, what we did, we put it up there, but then we realized, we put it the wrong way around because they didn't have the condenser and shit. It was just easy to miss because the pipes were on the wrong side. So he's like, I'm gonna fucking take it off, but his phone rang. And he looked at me and he says, don't fucking touch it. And obviously I just like, no, fuck that, I want to do it as soon as he left. And I had 2 of the boys spotting me. Shout out to Fossey and Christos. Like, bro, I've gone up and it's as high as the tines can possibly reach from the forklift. I've picked up this unit. I've started to go backwards.
You lifted it. You lifted it up.
Yeah, like I wanted to move it myself when ex-boss wasn't in the room. Cause,
okay.
I didn't want to wait.
Yeah. And
I should have listened because he specifically looked at me and said, don't fucking do it. But anyway, I start coming backwards, and then I remember that there was fucking all this like metal on the floor, like cool room trim and shit. So I'm like looking backwards, trying not to hit it. I'm like, yeah, that's real. I'm sweating. And I hear this crunch, and I'm like, fuck, I've hit it. And I'm looking back, I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, I look up, and I've reversed it into the opposing beam, because on the platform it was on. I've reversed into the beam, and I've just heard this donk, and then I look up, and it was like slow-mo, and I saw the boys out of the corner of my eye that were up top spotting like this. Slow motion, I watched these units slowly tip off, all the way down, upside down, and just crush on the ground, and then you just hear, just fucked it up. I'm like, fuck, I just started screaming, bro. The boss comes in, he just looked at me, and he's like, shut the fuck up. And then like I fucking drove the forklift down. I'm going fuck, and all the boys are like, oh fuck.
The amount of times
and then boss has just gone, shut the fuck up. He's flipped it over. He's looked at it. He's like, it was going like this. Everyone go home. And then it was just dead silence. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and he's like, everyone get the fuck out now. And then the boys come down from upstairs, and I say to everyone, let's not go home. Let's just clean up everything, pack up everything. Do not talk. So for half an hour, it's silence, bro. The boss is just there. He's going out on the phone. He's trying to call. It's just dead silence. And then as we're about to finally leave, everything, truck's strapped back up. He looks at me and he's like, don't say sorry. Because he could see what I was about to do. He's like, don't even apologize. And then I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't hold it in, bro. And he's like, God fucking damn it. You just don't fucking listen, bro. Then we end up getting it fixed and shit like that, but like it took. Now I have so much anxiety when I'm on the forklift. You know what I mean? Like, but it took that for me to become great on the forklift because I'm safe on the forklift.
You've always been good at a forklift, but
but now I'm safe, which is what makes me so much better. Yeah, a good driver is a safe driver, is what I'm learning.
Yeah, if there's anyone that needs to learn that, I think it's you, buddy.
Yeah, and I learned that. But yeah, as I was talking about for the kids fucking up, I think that's the fucking best thing for kids.
I feel like when I have kids and they fall over, I'm not going to be like the first to try and aid them unless their arm is broken, of course. But like if they just fall over, I'm just like, come on, get up. You're all right.
Did you enjoy school? Did you enjoy learning at all in school?
Only things that I liked. See, I liked maths Oh, no,
I
it's
like
weird.
maths too,
I really liked maths. So every time I did, and I had a good teacher too, Mr. Ung. Shout out Mr. Ung.
Mr. Ung.
Mr. Ung.
Gangster.
NG was his last name, and he was actually in the Singaporean army as well. Yeah, he used to.
Was he Asian? I can imagine.
Yeah, he was Singaporean. He was Asian.
Oh yeah, you just said Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
used
he was
to.
named that because someone in his family years ago used to be the guy that hit that thing.
It's like he was about to say his last name was like the person who writes down the last name. It's like, what's your last name? Oh, okay, sweet.
But you know how like names come from things like a
Yeah.
baker, like the last name's Baker comes from an ancient baker, and like things like this. It's like I wonder if that's what his ancient job was.
So actually, I have an interesting story about my last name. So
Nice.
my nonno, when he came to Australia, he his last name was Morassi, but that last name actually used to be Moras.
Oh yeah.
So, but when he was, I think it was my nonna. I can't remember the story properly, but they were talking to someone, and they were like, "Is your name, your last name is Moras? C?" And they're like, "Yes, Moras, C."
C.
Like, cause C is like yes.
Oh yeah.
And he just wrote Morassi. So now, yeah, that was their
That's
last
sick.
name, and then they came to Australia, changed it to Gregan.
Yeah. Oh, so you changed your last name too when you come to Australia.
Well, I think he had to because it was like pretty racist when he came,
Oh really?
like
really?
like wogs and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, did he come up with the name Gregan? Like that's how did he come up with
I
that?
think because he really loved rugby league and like, rugby union. Remember George Gregan?
Yeah.
I think he named it the last name like that. Yeah.
That's crazy. So that would have been within the last 110 years, but I don't
Yeah, my
know that we
nonno-
had that much racism, to be honest, that long ago.
Well, think about like 60 years ago. I feel like it would have been pretty racist back
Oh,
then.
actually, you're definitely right. Because I
Yeah.
learned that the whole Rosa Parks thing in America, you know the story of Rosa Parks? It's like the lady who was, because back in the day, people of color, like black people, had to sit at the back of the bus, and white people had to sit at the front, and there was no room at the back, and
Yeah.
then she was sitting up the front, and there was room halfway through, and then the bus driver pulled over the bus because this lady Rosa Parks, I'm butchering the story, but she wouldn't get up for this white person, and it was almost like, or it could have even been that there was no white person, they just wanted her to sit at the back of the bus, and there was also no room, so they had to stand in the aisles and shit, because they weren't, and then she ended up deciding, fuck it, she got up and she walked instead. It's a famous story because that led to a massive movement of protesting and people stopped catching buses. And then that word's kind of spread through the white communities and shit. So for fucking, I think it was like 2 or 3 or 4 days. Oh no, I think it was a couple weeks. No one was on public transport anymore.
Wow.
And there was people, like the company was kind of going into an economic crash because less work was getting done.
Yeah.
And then that kind of helped stop these segregation laws and all this kind of shit in America. So there was no whites only places and things like that. Because there used to be
weird to-
bathrooms and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that
Like
was 60 years ago.
even like people like, have you seen Django Unchained? Like people
Yeah.
black people riding bike, like no, not black. Sorry, there's no blacks by that. But like a
Natural
horse,
blacks. Yeah.
1 horsepower. Like riding a horse, and then they would get yelled at for riding a
Yeah,
horse, or like
yeah.
wearing nice clothes.
Yeah.
So
The-
weird.
The Django, I'm pretty sure would that be early 1900s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before World War
Rosa
One.
Parks was 1960, I think.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
like,
like
the hippie
My grandfather
era.
was born in 1945 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was probably racist.
Shout out to you, Grandma. Yeah. But I think it's crazy that we're only just exiting racism.
Yeah.
And when I
It-
hear things like that, I start to understand the whole culture a bit more. Because before I was like, this is gonna sound shit, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Like I'd hear like all these Black Lives Matter protests and shit, and it's like, part of me was like, I don't see it. Like it's like, I don't
all
see
lives matter, really. Like,
yeah.
But
Well,
like,
that's another thing entirely. But I
Yeah.
mean, like from the sense that it's like I don't see the oppression on black culture. I don't see it, and I still don't see it now. But I understand how it's exiting
yeah.
because of what's happened only 60 years ago.
I've seen it like firsthand once
Okay.
with a police officer. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I was with my mates who are all Fijian. So, and one of them was actually Sri Lankan. So like all dark, all black.
Yeah.
And we were driving to KFC, and it was like 8 o'clock at night, and just randomly pulled over. A cop drove past this way, and he must have looked in the car and seen my friends,
Yeah.
the brothers, and then fucking pulled us over. And there was he pulled us over. There was 2 cops, and he actually got another car to come, And the first thing he asked us when he pulled us over, right? So he looked in the car, he saw that I was white.
Stole it.
He saw that I was white, and he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Everything all right here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're all fine."
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, "What have you pulled us over for?" And he's like, "Oh, just random breath tests." And he looks in, he goes, he sees all my mates. He goes, "Any weapons?" literally the words that came out of his mouth, and I was like, and all of us were like, "No, we don't have any weapons." I'm like, "We're just gonna get KFC."
What a weird
And he's
thing
like,
to
"All right, everyone out of the car." All of us
Oh.
got out of the car. He stripped, like, not strip search, but like made all of my mates pull their pockets out,
Yeah.
like take your fucking jumper off.
I've had that happen to me,
everything.
yeah.
And me, I was standing to the side, and the cop was like, "Anything in your pockets?" I was like, "No, nothing in my pockets." He goes, "All right, all good." I swear to you.
Oh
I was watching it happen. I was watching them like get full search, and I'm like, "You're not gonna do this to me?" And they're like, "No, you're all right."
Oh, he's like, "Are you crazy?
Yeah, you're not black. What do you mean?
Are you biracial?"
But like, I was like, "Holy shit! Like, this is crazy. Like, I've never seen it firsthand."
Man, I've never experienced anything like that, and it's like, I understand it now. You know what I mean? Recently, as I've gotten older, because I've been uneducated my entire life.
Yeah.
And now I'm out of this fucking mindset of, I think I know everything. I'm trying to take on other information, and I can see how it's like, oh, this is a real issue, and we need to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked.
How did we get to this?
I don't even know. I don't know how we got through it. I think we were like talking about ages ago, and then I don't know.
We're talking about Rosa Parks, and that was because that was only in 1960. Yeah, who knows the beauty about the podcast, bro.
That's it. That's it.
I'm sure we'll get back to where we were. But what have you been doing career-wise since we both, because I'll fill in everyone, we met through TAFE. We started first day together in TAFE.
Bro, TAFE was like, well, I started TAFE when I was 15, so that
TAFE was
was
8 years ago, you know.
2013. That's fucking 10 years ago.
No. You just said you started TAFE in 2015.
No, I was 15 years old.
I mean, you were 15.
And then when
There's no way that was 10 years
It was 10 years ago, I'm telling you. I finished, because I was looking at my certificate the other day.
Oh my
2000
gosh,
and
right.
it's been 10 years. It's 2018 I graduated.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Dude,
I got my
we
certificate.
get long service this year. In the next 12 months, we get our long service.
Yeah, next year.
I don't think I am, bro. I think I started when I was 15. And I'm within, say, 18 months, I guess.
I was turning 15.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that year.
Wow.
Crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, no, I think we...
Nah, we were both 15, bro. We were both
Yeah, we
15.
were, because we started TAFE in 2014,
And
because...
then we got our licenses while we were...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So we started TAFE 2K14, and then we got our license.
Damn.
So almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And
that's a long time. And I can't believe we're about to get 10 years annual leave.
Yeah.
14.
10.
We get 14 weeks.
I wish I got 10 years fucking annually.
We get 14 weeks in 1 year.
Damn.
And my company gives me an extra week, so I'll get 15. Yeah.
What are you going to do? Where are you going
I've
to go?
decided I'm going to climb Mount Everest.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to do the full thing?
I don't know if I'll get the full thing.
You want to get to at least the camp?
I thought I'd have at least 4 more years, which I guess I can take my long service whenever I want.
Yeah.
But I've been working on my fitness since I've decided to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm working on my cardio. I've been working on my longevity, long distance, my breathing.
Yeah, I was going to say breathing.
Yeah.
But you want to make it at least to the base camp,
yeah, I'll get to level 1. Yeah. Come on. Fuck.
Got to see like dead bodies and shit. That's going to be cool.
If you get level 1, I don't know if they have the dead bodies because they would have cleaned them up because that's very easily.
Oh, true.
When you
It's very
pass the next
touristy.
stage, which is it's called like a ice river or frozen river or something, and that's the most dangerous is like level 1 to level 2 is the most dangerous, and then there's 4 levels because most people are going to die because at any point the ground could give out. Yeah, and that's.
And you're just full willing to do it.
100% I'm willing to do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you jumped out of a plane yet?
I did it in January.
I did it last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, January
It's
as well.
amazing, eh?
It is fucking. It is incredible.
Yeah.
I was the third to jump off.
Oh yeah.
And the scariest.
I was the second. Yeah.
One of the scariest parts was like you don't take off with all the doors closed.
I
Like
know.
the doors open
bro.
and you're like fucking 200 meters in the air and you're like looking out. Literally, you can just fall out.
You're 200 meters, bro. You're more than 200 meters in the
Yeah,
air.
you're probably
You're like fucking probably 20
It
kilometers.
did close it closed eventually, but then
I think it's
then
20,000 feet by the time they close it or something like that.
No, 20,000 if you jump at 15,000 feet.
Oh, do you? I thought
yeah.
you jumped at 40.
It might be 2,000 feet they close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you jumped at 40, but
No,
it makes
40,
sense.
40 is like, that's like a
Oh, it's
record.
commercial airplane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the record is like, have you seen the...
Record's from space.
Yeah, the Red Bull guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so, have you seen the video?
Yeah, he
jumps
just
from
pops
space
out.
And then he just starts fucking... he just spins like crazy. And he had this automatic thing to fucking break
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I could not do that.
He blacked out. He trained to pass out because you can't handle that G-force.
Oh, yeah, true.
It was all automatic.
So he would even waking up while falling.
No, it was all parachute, it was automatic and shit. Because you physically can't handle that G-force.
But he still would have woken up in the parachute.
He probably woke up midair, yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. Like you fucking fell asleep in space, you woke up. Like, whoa, fuck! That would be nuts.
Yeah, that's so dope. But yeah, I loved skydiving. It was an
Yeah.
amazing experience.
Insane.
And you know what I realized while I was doing it? I'm not going skydiving. I haven't got a choice. I'm
Yeah.
strapped to someone else going skydiving.
Yeah, when we first got on the plane, like it's kind of like loose, and I was like, "Fuck, if we're this loose jumping off,
Yeah.
like it's pretty sketchy."
Yeah.
And then like come to like 2 minutes before, 5 minutes before, and you like get full tied up, like your back is
Yeah.
on his chest,
Yeah.
you know, or hers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
It's sick, man. I loved it. I was freaking the fuck out by in the plane.
Yeah, so was I.
Well, until I left the plane, I was no longer freaking out, but...
Like, were you full like actually freaking out, like saying you don't want to do it?
No. I fucking handled that shit like a boss.
Oh,
bro.
okay.
On the inside,
Yeah.
man, like I was like praying and everything. Like I was freaking out.
My mates who were on the plane with me, we were taking photos of each other.
Yeah.
And my mate other mate Jordan, he was like fucking cool as, like he couldn't wait.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jared looked like he was pretty scared, but I was looking at their photos of me, and
Yeah.
bro, I looked like I was like shitting myself, and I was.
Yeah.
Like my palms were so sweaty, and
These weak arms there.
yeah, that's the whole thing. And you know how they tell you like, hey, you have to put your arms out when you fall. Like when we first jumped, I would not let go of my thing. The guy's like trying to like move my arm. I got a video and everything. The guy's like trying to move it, and then eventually I get it, and he's like, yeah, good. We were like spinning in the air. It was sick.
It's sick, bro. Did
You feel
so
like-
you were freaking out as you were falling out of the plane?
No, I was like, literally as soon as I left the plane, I
Yeah.
felt calm.
Me too, yeah. me
Like
too.
it was like I felt safe,
Because
safer
you-
than what I was
yeah,
in the
yeah.
plane.
Because it's like too late.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
there's no chance of backing out.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's where fear comes from. Maybe fear has something to do with the option of not being in the situation. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, the overthinking as well. Like obviously everyone thinks the worst. Like
Yeah. But you know how people say like they have like a crazy life or death experience and they just went into overdrive and they picked up a car or they did something crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same sense when we jumped out of the plane because we're freaking out because we could have had the option of landing back down the ground.
Yeah.
If we just started screaming, I can't do this, I can't do this.
true.
But you're fighting that urge. But once you left, it's nothing you can do.
I'd still be scared if I did it again though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I think I'd be scared, but I've decided I'm going to do it every January for the rest of my life.
Yeah?
Start off every year with it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
'Cause, like if you die, then it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It
what
was a good experience.
It was pretty sick because like you were so scared leading up to it, like waiting for the bus to pick you up, and then you see all these buses. Did you do it in Wollongong too?
Yeah, yeah.
You see all the buses.
Skydive Australia.
Yeah, I did it there too.
Yeah.
And fucking, they rock up in the buses, and like you got all these guys like fucking carrying parachutes, and you're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like
Did you stand back and watch them as they landed and shit?
yeah. You watch them, and you're like, fucking, these guys are fucking badass.
Yeah, bro. We really watched the sky of the plane, and we watched the people jump out. We watched the little black dots as they left the plane.
You know what was best about being one of the first as well is that when you jump out, and then like say you've pulled a parachute, you look up and you can see everyone else falling as well. It's pretty sick.
The guy was like telling me, "Did you get to pull the levers and shit? Where you get to start?"
Oh no, I asked him to do tricks though.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're on a roller coaster with a parachute.
Yeah. Well, he was getting me to do it. Like he told me to grab the thing and pull down as hard as I can, so I do it, and then just start spiraling.
Damn.
He got me to like fucking go face down, then pull it, and then you just go up in the air.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Great experience.
Yeah, it is awesome.
But yeah, I like that how you should do something like that before you climb Everest, even though they're not
Yeah,
related.
that's why I was like fucking jump out of a plane yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, everyone that you go on that like climb with, they've
They-
all jumped out of planes.
I reckon everyone that goes on that climb are most likely consistent travelers. I reckon it's
You should have like it should be like a checklist of things that you need to do before climbing Mount Everest.
You can. There's courses and shit you can look up, and they tell you what mountains you should climb before climbing that one.
Okay.
And you kind of ease yourself into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so mainstreamed. It's like I've seen videos now. There's a great documentary on Everest as well I watched, and that was talking about this Nepal. I watched this doco talking about this earthquake that happened in what's that clothing brand? Kathmandu.
Oh yeah.
And that was
Wait,
such.
fucking-
Yeah, open that up.
You want some?
Nah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm gonna save myself till fucking lunchtime at work to eat.
Lunchtime, fucking
Which
midnight.
is fucking 2 a.m. Yeah. But they ended up being like, this earthquake happened here and it shook Everest. And then like a bunch of people died on Everest and there was no communication between the levels and shit. And there was a chance it could happen. It could happen at any time because they're on a tectonic plate. And I'm watching this and they're telling how many people have died. And I decided, I got to climb Mount Everest, bro.
How many people have died?
I can't remember the exact statistic, and it's a good.
Yeah,
thing
that's
that you
why we
bring
got
that
the
up, because
iPads.
This is why we got our own Jamies here. But yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me look this up. Bear with me, everyone listening. How many people have
died.
ever died from Everest? Jamie, pull it up. 310 people have only ever died.
Okay. And then how
from
many
the
people-
First summit, which is in 1953, so in the last 70 years. So
And
there's
how
an
many people
average
have
of-
climbed?
Oh, that would be the biggest number, bro.
Yeah.
You got to see.
I
how
want to
many-
guess.
All right.
I reckon it's over 500,000.
Oh, all right. Well, I haven't clicked on the answer yet, but I would guess. I would guess.
Past level 1.
I would say 300. No, I'm gonna say 200,000 people.
Okay.
Oh, past level 1.
Mm.
Yeah. I'd probably say a million.
Okay.
To the top.
Oh,
I
probably-
would say
it'd be in the hundreds.
Within 100,000 to 200,000, maybe.
Really, that many people, you reckon?
There is so many people. Oh, well, let's find out.
Okay.
How many people have climbed Mount Everest? To the top, it's actually only about 6,000 people.
Oh.
Yeah, to the very top.
Mm-hmm.
There have been approximately 11,346. Actually.
We were way.
Yeah, 11,000. But like, that's to the very top.
Oh, okay.
How many people have climbed Mount Everest to level 1, which is called base camp?
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone climbed? No, with no experience. Nah, fuck it. It's too hard to find out.
So hard to find. We need Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, bro, you already have the answer
Yeah, he
and you
would.
booked our tickets.
We're on the plane already.
Yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say, actually. My uncle climbed base camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a funny story. He ended up getting a tattoo while he was in Nepal or wherever he was. And he ended up getting the letter D in that language, the symbol for the ox, and then the symbol for sea. So it was Doxy.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty
But
cool.
we have an inside joke in the family which we think could be true, and it's actually D Moose C. We think it's the wrong animal. He tried to explain
that'd be
ox
so sad.
and showed them pictures and shit, and we think that they gave him a moose,
Oh, no.
which is pretty funny. But yeah, he told me that he climbed it and he actually made a couple good mates and shit, and he's a good poker player and shit, so he's a good talker. And then he ended up making mates up there, and then when they got to the spot, they all sat down, they had a game of fucking
Oh, sick.
game,
That's
which
pretty
is pretty
cool.
awesome. They all got photos of it and shit. But yeah, I'll be definitely climbing.
Mm.
Yeah, do you reckon you ever will?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, bro. You kind of have to fucking do it.
I'm definitely the type of person that would want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there's a lot of people like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to fucking die.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit at home and watch Channel 7.
Yeah.
You know, those fucking people.
100%.
Yeah.
Here we go. We keep going off topic so far, but we were talking about the fact that we met first year in TAFE,
Mm-hmm.
and then was it in second or third year that we started working together?
Third.
Third year.
Third year.
Third year is when we had an opening at the company where I was at.
Mhm.
You came work there, and we worked together for how long were you there for?
8 months.
8
9
months.
months.
Is that all it was?
Yeah.
Fuck, in my head it was a long.
Because I had a
time.
falling out.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want to get into? We'll just ask, like, why did you leave there? And essentially, without trying, in case I haven't beeped out everything, without being too
Cryptic.
judgmental.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Be honest. And then, what has life been like in career-wise since then?
Well, the reason why I left was because the boss made a comment about the girl I was dating at the time.
Yeah, I remember this now.
And I just didn't like it.
Yeah,
And like I was having
it
problems.
was a bit far-fetched.
Yeah.
It was a bit too much. Everyone gets banter, but this one was just like
It was not
the
nice.
next level.
Yeah.
It was one of the things where if you said it to him, he would not have.
Yeah.
He would not have taken it.
He probably would have tried to hit me.
Yeah.
But because I was a fucking kid.
Yeah. Well, how old? Like 18 or something at the time?
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, fucking that comment. And then I I wasn't really getting along with Mo either.
Yeah.
And then so I left to go to
Sorry to cut you off, but I feel like that is a very common thing at that company. I feel like some people have a good experience and some people just have a bad experience.
Bro, when I joined, I was killing it. Like I started killing it at TAFE as well. Like I was learning way more. He was teaching me really, really good things. Like I felt like I was going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into something that it just happened for a reason, you know?
Yeah, it did happen for a reason.
I remember one job we did together. I know we keep going off topic, but
it's all right.
there was
the point of the podcast.
With Mick.
Yeah, I love
Mick.
I love Mick.
And
talking about the bee? The bee story.
No, not the bee. The one where it was like in the middle of the night, and we were installing an air conditioner up for three splitty heads, and it was like in like Cronulla or some shit. It was ages away, and we were there like all day, like trying to do it, and I think it was like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, and we were like nowhere near finishing. Like we had at least another 3 hours. And I remember we were bending all the pipes to go through the window, and all of them were fucking kinked. Like we were just like so pissed. And then I remember every time Mick would like open his mouth, we were just screaming at him like, "Shut the fuck up, Mick! Like you're a fucking idiot! Like you're not a Fridgy." He goes, "Oh, I'm more fucking qualified than you." Fucking Mick. And then I just that was probably one of my.
Shout out to Mick, by the way. I fucking love.
I miss him.
Yeah,
I miss him.
I love Mick. I know you listen to Mick.
I miss him.
Send you this
I still have a video of you on my phone, Mick. If you see this, the one where he's like.
Yeah.
Fucking Mick.
Yeah.
But so I left that company and then went to 1, 2, 3 after that. But I had like a little bit of like a part where I was blowed out of refrigeration. So at the company after one I was working with you for like I was there for 3 years, and then left.
I didn't know you were there for that long.
Yeah, ages. I was qualified there and everything, and then I left to start doing real estate to see if I could do it. And it's not for me. Like,
okay,
I
I know some people in the real estate industry, so I have an insight for it. But what was good and what was bad about it?
So massive pay cut, first of all.
Really?
I was a tradie, you know. I was a tradie, and then like I was only getting like 40 a year, so. It was pretty hard.
These small companies, they don't pay much for tradies, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Shame.
But no, this is real estate.
Oh, so
this is real estate. Sorry. Yeah. So I got a pay cut from going from a tradie to real estate, and I was overtime every day. Like I couldn't be just a normal 8-hour day.
Yeah.
Like you start at 7 and you get home at like fucking 8.
And there's no paid overtime.
There's no paid overtime. And it's like as hard as you work is like how much you will get paid based on your commission. And like you can work that hard and be a legit fucking hard worker and get 0 results.
Oh wow.
So like, but the thing is,
the thing where time will make it work out, or could you still be 100%, like that forever?
100% time would work it out. So if I wasn't living with Tiffany, and maybe if I was single, I probably would still be a real estate agent purely because like I got no time with her.
Yeah.
I was never home, so that's the only reasons. Yeah, I would still be in it now. Yeah. Probably because like my boss was like 2 years older than me and he was making like fucking 600k a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
But you have to bill for so long, and then it got so fake as well. Like I found that I was like needing to lie to people.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't me. So I left it. Yeah, and then I went back to the company I was working for 3 years for.
Which is why it's such a good thing that you got the trade, bro. You finished it.
So many things. Like you can lean back on it. We can try so many things.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. And I went like literally straight back into it. Like I was in real estate for 8 months, 9 months, straight back into it.
Nice.
And then I was with that company for. I only left real estate year before last.
Okay.
So 2021. Yeah, I went back to that company and then left them for a company that I was with for like 6 months.
Yeah. And
then I got like sacked for some random reason. The guy didn't even tell me why he sacked me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty dark. I think it was personal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his actual name, but I'm going to just say like fucking John. You're an asshole, bro.
John cunt.
Yeah, John cunt. Yeah, so now I'm at this new company where it's like all static site, the Star Casino.
Yeah.
the best choice I've ever made.
Yeah, nice.
Honestly, it's like every aspect of refrigeration and air conditioning is
nice.
all right there. So I've got like such a wide range of experience to experience.
Yeah, that's sick. It's sick how things just work out, bro. And that's another beauty about our trade, refrigeration and air conditioning, because you have so much diversity inside it, bro. You could probably pick 20 career paths within our one trade.
Yeah, so true.
And each one of those career paths can be finited as well. Yeah, which is so cool.
It's a really cool trade. I think people look past it a lot as well. Like,
well, it's because no one knows about it.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
What is it?
Yeah.
And you've seen we have fuck all techs in our industry.
Yeah, that's why it's so easy to find a job.
To jump around.
Yeah, like I think I've been with like 5 different companies.
Yeah. And but that's why it's all. I've been with a few actually. I've been with 4 now. This is my 4th.
Yeah.
And that didn't include the time working on my own and then leaving the industry for a little bit and coming back into it. But I find that because there's such a little amount of us too, it makes us so much more valuable.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, bro. And the companies are paying some... I've heard some numbers lately.
Stupid shit.
I've heard some numbers
like
lately.
in the 60s.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And I don't know about me, but I bet you think the same. I know about me. I think you see the same way. You can see it as a high likely possibility that you're going to be earning that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see myself earning that much.
Yeah.
100%. Not because like I'm that good, but because over time it's just going to be what we're worth.
Yeah, because you will be that good.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong to be egotistical. Don't think of it as a bad thing. You know how good you are now, and you know how good you're going to be in the future. Yeah. It's just
But you know what? Actually, I'm so glad. So I was pissed off at that guy who sacked me, but I think it was a blessing in disguise because like I was not enjoying myself there or anything. Like I feel like my skills went like way down. Like I wasn't doing any proper service work. Like I was, but I wasn't, you know, like it was like clean a strainer and a water cooled unit.
Maintenance.
Change filters, you know, maintenances that took 8 hours and I'll do it in 2 and go home. Literally. And
some people love that lifestyle, but I couldn't do it.
No, I felt so dumb.
Yeah,
so
useless.
I wanted to I love figuring shit out, you know, like I love fixing something. So I just wanted to leave, and he sacked me. So it was like 2 things that just worked out.
Yeah.
And then literally like a day later, I got a job.
Yeah.
Like I applied for like 3 different companies, and I got the one I wanted.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, I can't fucking say it.
Just tell me and I'll beep out the name.
Yeah. So fucking.
Oh yeah.
How he used to work with Jim. I went for an interview there. I actually got the job, but I said no because I asked for like an amount. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, so many people are asking for that amount these days." Yeah. I was like, "I'm not working for you."
Well, to be honest, you're kind of lucky you did because. And I'm kind of going to admit to the company now if anyone wants to do their own research what the company was. But did you hear about that incident that happened in New South Wales?
No.
Was it the end of last year or beginning of this year? I want to say it was the end of last year. So it was all over the news and shit. A refrigeration company was working in Arndale Park. Was it Arndale Park or Wetherill Park? Wetherill Park it was actually on Cavassini Place. I know where the job is. And they were carrying an ice machine that weighed, I think it was like 1,500 kilos. And they had another they estimated 1,500 kilos worth of material and people on the roof. Yeah. Across a cool room roof. So they had an original spot where the ice machine was.
Oh no way!
And they cut out a new hole. I'll tell you the company. I'll beat this one out. Yeah. They came and cut out the hole, and then they were carrying the unit to the new location. Yeah. The roof gave out. It was not suspended. Yeah. There was 2 employees working inside the factory from not that company. They got crushed. There was I think 6 people working for X company. Yeah. And including the boss. The apprentice broke his leg. I think someone might have broke their back. Maybe that was the apprentice. I've met the kid who broke his.
Holy shit, man.
The owner broke his foot. And luckily the 2 workers inside didn't get injured. But everyone in the company got fucked up hard. Fucked up.
So that explains a lot, actually, because when I went for the interview, I asked him how many techs he had. And he was like, "Oh, we're actually kind of low."
Yeah, because they're all in hospital. They're like recovering. They got workers' compensation.
Yeah, so that's why he needed me.
That's why they need help at the moment. Yeah, and it's like that did a ripple effect across, especially the refrigeration industry, even especially supermarket, because our safety precautions got ramped up so much higher. Like no storing shit on top of cool rooms. Like so much extra safety involved. But yeah, that's what happened to that company recently. And
Wow.
I don't want to like touch wood. I hope nothing bad happens. I understand that accidents like that can happen through honestly irresponsibility and ignorance.
Yeah.
But you can see how you can just do it.
100%.
Especially in our trade.
Yeah, like you cut corners every day.
Yeah,
Like try and do things as quick as you can, you know, like the quickest way possible.
Yeah. But in reality, it's now an example as to why you shouldn't do things like that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm starting to realize. So I'm so used to like fucking pace all the time. Like, when are you going to get this done? We have another job ready.
Yeah.
But like here at the, where I work now, it's like, it's so smooth. Like,
Well, that's the good thing about big companies, because the big companies are so successful because of the safety.
yeah.
And a big company like the Star, they
Well,
don't give a
it's-
fuck. Like, yeah. But I mean, like the company that you're working for.
Yeah.
Right? They want to pay a technician company, and they have the money.
Yeah.
They're like, we have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Do not fuck us over. So make sure everyone's safe. Make sure everyone's
Yeah.
well dressed. Make sure everyone's on time, polite. You're not lying. You're not stealing. Things like that. They're the most important.
Where you couldn't steal there. The amount of, like, you know, the amount of cameras are in the, like, the main gaming section.
Yeah.
There are that amount of cameras behind closed doors as
Yeah,
well.
wow.
Like, literally, like, every like square inch, I swear to God, bro. Like, you every corner of like every walkway, there's a
Wow.
camera. Like
Wow.
every bar, there's like at least 6 or 7 cameras.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy. I've actually done a job in there before. If you ever do work inside the rooms that people get offered, like the high roller
Yeah,
rooms,
yeah.
there's like small as fuck refrigeration units,
Like a little bar
a
fridge.
small one, and they usually just keep like wet towels and shit in them. It's in the gym area of the places they get.
The sovereign part.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't remember exactly where it
You have to
was.
spend like fucking 600K a year to go there.
Yeah. But I put those fridges in there.
Yeah.
Actually.
Mad.
Yeah.
That's such a common thing with like fridgies. Like,
Yeah.
my girlfriend's, there's so many memes where it's like, oh, if you have a tradie boyfriend, it's like, oh, I worked in that house.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah.
driving past, you're like, oh, I worked there.
Yeah, that's me too. Yeah.
And because the Fridgy like industry is so small,
So small,
like
bro.
you've worked everywhere where everyone else has worked as well.
Even especially supermarket now, because I'm in an even more finite industry than I was in before.
Yeah.
Where it's only Coles, Woolies, Aldi.
Yeah,
IGA is too small now, and that used to be my fucking like, yes, I got an IGA to run.
yeah,
But like even then, the boss was always like running the job because it was a bigger project for our company. Now it's like I can see myself running a supermarket.
Oh, that's mad.
Soon enough.
So you have
I
your
still
own
have a
team?
bit to learn. I'm in a team. I have a job runner that I
Yeah.
work with. But the best part is it's just 4 of us blokes. There's
Mm-hmm.
no boss. So if I have to come to work a little bit later, they've got my back. If someone else has to come to work a little bit later, they've got my back. 'Cause
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
all of our main goals is to get the job done.
Yeah.
Anyway. But we understand, so it's good like that. But I'm now learning not just the supermarket side, but the safety side of working as well. So you have all barricades, you have to have spotters on scissor lifts, you have to
Yeah.
have correct PPE, long sleeve, long shirt, long gloves, safety glasses, hard hats. Everything has to be up to date.
Yeah,
And then you have random people that show up at 3 o'clock in the morning to safety audit, and they're just randomly surprised on sites. And if you're fucking doing anything wrong,
yeah, you get fined.
you're in trouble. You're in
Yeah.
trouble. So it's pretty cool. It's a different beast to try and tame safety. But
I guess it's a good way to
sick.
learn.
I love it because
Yeah.
it's like my apprentice fucking hit his finger with the grinder the other day.
Yeah.
But he was wearing cut-proof gloves.
Yeah,
And it's like, because we know we're about to have this auditor as well, I've been even analer about him. Like, put your actual gloves on for
Yeah.
this. Even though I don't. I just wear my normal gloves. They're comfy.
yeah,
But
you're a
being an
tradie, that's
idiot
right.
Apprentice,
Yeah.
he hit his finger. And you know what I mean? He could have cut his finger off. Which is sick,
saved
but
his
he
finger,
didn't.
mate.
Yeah.
Saved his finger. He owes you a finger.
yeah. Yeah, I'll take a full credit. He's pretty good. I like this apprentice. Shout out to you, Dylan, if you ever listen to this. He's a good kid. But my brother is now apprentice at the company.
Oh,
He signed up too.
That's cool.
He was working at the old company with me as well, but they ended up telling him you have to be a Sparky when he went to go sign up.
oh
And we
okay.
had a Sparky, not just Mick, but another one.
Yeah,
And then he did that for, say, 4 to 6 months, and then he's just like, this is shit. Like, I don't get to work with Jake. Like, this is the shit work, pulling cable. He ended up leaving there, understandably. I didn't blame him. He had a shit job there. And now that he's working at our company, he's working with another team of blokes that they're all sick cunts, great
Yeah.
workers. They're giving him props and it's due.
Oh, that's good.
And as I was getting at, it's like it's so small because everyone that I've met so far, I've bumped into a couple of them in the past, just randomly at suppliers, and scissor lift courses and things like that. But we know the same people. Everyone. I was telling a Sparky a story the other day, and then he's like, "Was this Tom Glavis?" And I'm like, "Oh, you know him?" He's like, "Yeah, he's told me this story." I'm like, "Damn, bro, I haven't seen that guy in 7 years, bro." You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people know everyone. Like, you got to be careful which bridge you burn. You know.
Yeah. Which is why I'm lucky because I burnt a big bridge at X company before. You know the story I'm talking about.
Yeah.
One New Year's, and that spread through the industry like wildfire.
It did.
It really did. Like all the suppliers knew about it.
Really?
Companies were talking about it. Yeah. People were calling up X company telling him, why is that guy still working there? Which is why I'll forever be grateful for my
He did help you out a lot.
He helped me a lot. He helped me through times where I was just fixated on
I remember
wrong things.
I remember you at that time. Yeah. It was like not you.
Downhill.
Yeah.
I think about it as if like I wasn't just on a downward spiral. I skydived into a tornado. Yeah. Really quickly.
But you survived.
I did. I came out of it because I had good guidance.
Yeah.
But the guidance wasn't guidance from a perspective of this is what you need to start doing. It was, I'm going to allow you to fuck up and keep a safety net behind you when you do. Yeah. Which is why I'm forever grateful. Which is why I tell every apprentice that still works there, you need to ride this out as long as you can because
he's
it's
a good
the
guy.
best place for you.
Sometimes he's a good guy.
If you're getting along.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not getting along, different story.
Yeah, I remember when it all like went down and I was accusing him of it to his wife and everything. And then he was
That was nuts.
Yeah, like
because he's saying why, and you're like, I don't want to get into this right now.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna
his name out. I don't want to get into this right now.
I was like, it's gonna cause.
No, just do it.
I was like, all right, you want to fucking hear it? No, I fucking said it to him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what?
You said
what? And then I was like, no, I said it. I said it. Like sucking him off. Like, fuck off. I hated that place. I remember when I did eventually, like, because I remember the week that I resigned, I didn't even go to work the whole week.
Yeah.
But the mistake I made was leaving my tools in the car.
Yeah.
Because when I went to go pick up my tools, he'd fucking put everything upside down in the workshop.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember that. I remember fucking not being there, and I think that he kind of did that on purpose. Not putting me in the workshop for that. Yeah.
Because he knows that you would have fucking been on my side.
100%. Yeah. In fact, I wasn't allowed to take them to you. I remember that specifically. I wasn't allowed to bring the tools to you. So it was fucking wild times, but hey, we fucking got here in the end.
We did, and we're better people.
Yeah, I'm glad we still stayed in contact too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I knew that from when we started being friends in TAFE, like it wasn't just one of those friendships, you know?
Yeah.
Like even though we do spend a lot of time like not seeing each other, I feel like when we do see each other, it's like we're fucking straight back into it.
Like I was thinking about this today. We've only had a couple encounters since then, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like random little ones where we bump into each other.
Yeah.
One was my 21st, but even then we didn't spend much time talking to each other at all.
Yeah.
In fact, less time that night than we have bumping into each other.
We went to another party as well with a couple of your mates.
Oh, we went to Fossey's ex-girlfriend's party. All white. We had to wear white.
But I wore a green shirt. Yeah.
You're the only person that didn't. Yeah. That's right, we did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, but every time we talk, bro, it's just straight back.
Yeah, it is, and it's good. I like those type of relationships because like people get busy, you know. Like, of course, I could have seen you in between somehow, some way, but
this is what I say in most episodes. What a great excuse.
Podcast is, it is. It is a mad excuse.
Yeah, and honestly, I was like, I wanted to tell you. So you go.
I was honestly, when you asked me to be on it, I was so keen. I remember when you first started, I was like, surely I'm having an episode, but
in my head, I had it that I'd already asked you, but you didn't. You said you didn't feel comfortable. Did that happen or not? No. Okay, because I had it in my head that happened because it does happen often. A lot of people like. I probably get about 50, 60, 70% of the people say yes. 20% of them say not now. Like, give me some time. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not in the right headspace. Yeah. Let me finish this project I'm working on. And then I probably get about 30% of people, 30 to 40, who are like, it's not my thing, bro.
Yeah.
Which I understand. But it's just like, I'm probably going to run out of people in the next fucking like 20, 30.
Rinse through the people again.
I'm trying to get to at least 50
okay.
until I do that, which is good because I can see myself doing at least 25 more episodes.
Yeah.
I reckon I've got another 10 in me naturally. and then another 10 to 15 pushing the boundaries of
Yeah.
like reaching, like just bumping into someone randomly and just
Yeah. Hey, you on the pod?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I'm redoing them, I know, because my growth from episode 1 to now is exponential. I know I'm better at it.
Yeah.
I know I'm better at it. So I can't imagine in 50 episodes time, then I'll feel comfortable enough to reach out to these mainstream people.
I hope you get like massive,
I believe I will.
Yeah.
I believe I will.
That's good.
100%.
Yeah, manifest that shit.
Yeah. I believe that I will have the best podcast
In Australia.
Ever.
Better than Joe Rogan.
I do. But I think short time
You heard
frame.
it here first.
Yeah, short time frame. I'll have
Yeah.
the best in Australia
Yeah.
because the consistency is what's going to make me do that.
Yeah.
The passion I have for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think long term, I will be better. I will have a better podcast than the Joe Rogan Experience. I will not have as grand of a platform. I will not have as reach to as many successful people.
I see what you mean.
I will not be as successful as Joe Rogan, make
Yeah.
enough money, or be better than him at any of
You would
his
have to be
tasks.
famous already to be as big as that.
I just think he's just got that natural factor.
Yeah.
It's like-
X Factor.
Yeah, he's got that X factor.
No, Fear Factor, sorry. That's what he was on.
He's got that X factor. Yeah.
I was like, X Factor didn't sound right.
Well, he does have that X factor.
He does, yeah,
of a
yeah.
star.
Yeah.
But I also think that I have him to look up towards. I can see what he does right, see what he does wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I think that even though I don't have the statistics to prove it, I'll still feel like I have the best podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
even if I
believe
don't
you.
have the numbers.
I believe you. And I swear to God, I was saying this before the podcast, you're always doing something. Like you're always like, you have a project all the time.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, like, yeah, just fucking started my own website, you know, like,
Here's this one.
fucking gotta fucking
Here's
go.
this- Right, here's what I just did this weekend. So
Oh yeah, that's right. You were going to tell me this.
I had this mate, Joshua Payne. Shout out to you, Joshua Payne. I love you. Thank you so much for the episode. I've always wanted to do it, but it hasn't worked out in the right times.
Yeah.
So we sat down in, I think, early Feb, late January, and we planned a date. And we said, this is what we're gonna do. He lives in Lismore, just before Byron Bay, which is 40 minutes from Queensland is where he lives. I finished work Thursday night. I worked Sunday night to Thursday night. I finished Friday morning. I just drove home from work, had my shower, grabbed my shit, and drove all day, right? I had to stop at about midday because I was starting to get really tired. I had a micro sleep at one point. It scared the fuck out of me. I had to just get some sleep. Slept for 1 hour.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks. But it goes further than that. From fucking Wednesday. So Tuesday night I went to work. Wednesday I worked all day. Probably had about 4 or 5 hours sleep. Thursday night, Wednesday night I went back to work. Thursday I worked even longer.
Yeah.
Got home, had about 3 hours sleep. Went to work again that night. Got back home, drove straight to Queensland.
Oh my God.
Got there Friday night at about 7 p.m. I stayed up till about 11. Got up in the morning. Good time, about 6 o'clock. Fucking had a good day with him. Shot the podcast for 4 hours, which is what I was not expecting. I was expecting 2, if that.
Yeah.
And then I thought I'll fucking edit it that night and fucking drive back home the next day. But because it was so long, I knew it was way too big of a fucking thing to tackle. I needed my chair, my setup, my mouse, my keyboard.
Yeah, yeah.
So I ended up fucking getting up the next morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, driving fucking straight home, sat down, did not get off my chair for like 8 or 9 hours or whatever it was, and edited the fuck out of this video as fast as I possibly could. Got it posted that night
Yeah.
and got to work Sunday night.
Wow.
In
Wow.
a fucking weekend, bro.
On like 5 hours
Queensland and
sleep,
back.
bro.
Queensland and back, yeah. Queensland and back, filmed and edited, bro. And I did that.
You're gonna make it. You're
But
gonna
I
be the
had
best
to, but
podcast.
I had to do that because I can't not have an episode for the week.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah,
This is
that's
why
good.
I love it when people like yourself can do it early on in the week for me.
Yeah.
Because I
You have it already.
and now I have one booked in for Saturday, so I'm starting to get back on that train of
Oh, that's
having
good.
some in advance.
That's good.
But I can't have them too advanced because if we're talking about something relevant that's happened just recently,
Oh yeah.
it could be 4 or 5 weeks old by the time I go to post it.
That's true.
So it's a constant fucking grind.
But the thing is, though, people like look back at podcasts too. Like, I don't watch the most recent Joe Rogan one. Like, I'll watch one from months ago.
Yeah.
Like, and it won't matter that it's relevant or not because like you're interested in the people. But
Yeah, but for me, I watch probably about 15 at different podcast channels a week, and I'm up to date. So
Okay.
I know when they filmed it and
Yeah.
they've been pre-advanced because it shits me a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like, I get it. You have your busy lives.
Yeah.
And just trying to record 3 episodes in a day. especially these ones where it's like two co-hosts just talking shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were wearing that outfit 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can
Yeah.
see what you're doing. And I can just hear it when they talk about shit. So I don't ever want to have that.
Yeah.
And that's
good.
what's good about being such a low level podcast. I have so much things to look up towards,
Mm-hmm.
and I can pick and choose what I want to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's-
that will work in your favor for sure.
Yeah.
And you'll find so many more things that you want to change and do
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Keen to see the next room.
This new room's gonna be fucking banging, bro. It's
Yeah.
gonna be banging. I'm gonna have even more camera angles. I'm gonna have the table I'm trying to design.
Yep.
Esky built into it in the middle.
Okay.
With constant fucking ice. We can grab cold drinks out of it.
Yeah.
And a giller that is constantly on. That we have hoses. That both have hoses.
You're gonna build everything out. I just know you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna build. All
What
of
type of so you're gonna have like a little freezer in the middle?
It's just gonna be an esky that I'll just grab a fucking bit of ice. I'll
Oh, okay,
I'll get
you're
like
not
a
gonna
cheap
have like
ice
a-
machine, and I'll just fucking
Yeah.
pour the ice into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
Yeah.
I'm so keen.
Because the fridge will be noisy. It'll be just
Yeah,
be a pain
true.
in the arse. Have to have condensate drip train shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to have like everything right here. Charger pads for your phones. Guests can be comfortable. I want to have people be able to plug shit in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
That is mad. And
I'm
I know
very
you'll do it.
excited.
I know you'll do it. That's like the best chest of drawers I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love that chest of drawers.
Yeah, you could like sell that for thousands of dollars.
I was going to build someone one, and I quoted like 4.5, 5 grand.
Yeah.
And I still might do it. I just don't have the time.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll help you.
Yeah, well,
I want the cash.
yeah, it's sweet. I'll chuck a bit more on top of it.
Yeah, fucking oath. Extra
Because it'll
labor.
get done quicker.
Yeah.
I'll chuck a bit more on it. But yeah, it's not something I have much time to do at the moment. But I'm trying to manipulate time a bit better. It's just
So
hard.
do you work 5 days?
5 nights, yeah.
5 nights, yeah.
Yeah. But then I do my own jobs for probably 2 or 3 of those days.
Okay.
So I do nights and days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So it's a bit on my plate.
Yeah.
One of
Like-
my goals this year was to have a boxing fight in mid-year.
Yeah.
I've given up on that dream. I can't. I physically don't have the time.
I remember you were pretty into fighting though, like recently, like over the last 2 years. Like you've gotten straight into it.
I have not done it since COVID. I have not done anything. I've probably done like 10 to 15 pad work sessions and
Okay.
2 sparring sessions.
Yeah.
And it feels good every time I go. I just feel that fire in me get reignited. But
Yeah.
I don't have the time. I can't physically do it.
And
Yeah.
you would never leave this company you're with? Like,
I don't plan on it.
do they
I
have
don't plan on
daytime options?
it. They do, but I will never do it.
Okay.
If they go back to days, I will consider. If like say our current project, the reason why you have nights is because you have to be in the store when the customers aren't there.
Yeah.
The reason you'll have days is because it's a new build.
Yeah.
If I get put on a brand new build, I don't know if I'm going to be happy anymore.
You like
Because
the
I'll
nights?
lose my freedom of time. I'll lose my
Oh,
ability
yeah.
to do a podcast with someone on an afternoon
Yeah.
or in a morning.
That's true.
Or I'll lose the ability to go to the gym with my brother and swimming and if I can get coffee with a girl, whatever I've got to do.
Yeah.
I have every fucking piece of my day manipulated.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
Well, at least you got another 4 months or
Yeah.
whatever left. So you got
this
a lot
one
of time.
But then I think the next side is another nighttime job.
Oh, sweet.
And if we have the options, I'm just going to straight up say I'm going to do the nights, or I might even find a company that has night work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now that I've tasted this, and bro, it's penalty rates every hour. Yeah.
And what's your average
So
hour?
say,
Like hourly, like night?
okay,
8
so
hours?
say 10 hours is what we do
Every night?
every night. Some days we do more. Some days we might do 9 if we fucking just get out a bit earlier. Or
Yeah.
whatever. We'll get double time Sunday night for the entire thing. It'll be at least 10 hours.
Yeah.
Time and a half every other night. Friday we go back to double time again. And then some weeks we're doing 12-hour days. But then but even on the 8 time and a half hour nights, after 8 hours it goes to double. So we're at least getting 2 hours of double every day.
Yeah.
So you're getting an average of probably 60, 70, 80 hours pay a week for normal
Oh,
wage.
it's like
for
2
normal-
weeks of pay in 1 week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
And it's like
Makes me wanna
I'm still working the same hours as I used
Yeah.
to work. It's just at a different time.
Yeah. Are you finding your weekends, like you awake during the day?
I try and keep the same schedule of sleeping in the day on the weekends
Yeah.
and being up at night.
Mhm.
It's good if I have like something to edit or something like that.
Yeah.
But it is hard, especially, but this, like say I've got, I'm going out for someone's birthday on Friday, which is perfect. I'll sleep in the day, I'll be up all night.
Yeah, you'll be awake.
And then Saturday in my morning, I can do exercise, whatever I want to do. And then I'll sleep again in the afternoon, be up for editing Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's healthier to do it like that.
Okay.
Then otherwise like Mondays is a waste of a day. I have to sleep all day to catch up because
Yeah.
I've been up since Sunday.
Yeah, true.
And then Fridays is a massive fucking day because I've been up since Thursday.
Mm.
And if I don't go to sleep till night time, there's fucking 35 hours or something.
But you haven't slept.
And it's too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Last year I was just fucking surviving on 3 hours sleep a day every day. This year I've decided I need at least 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I usually get like 7 or 6.
Yeah. It's so much healthier. Right?
Yeah, I'm a good sleeper. I'm so fucking glad. Yeah, like my girlfriend, she's so fucking bad at sleeping. She can't sleep like 3 hours, 4 hours, like like sometimes max.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm just like dead asleep
Yeah.
next to her. And
You're lucky, yeah, I have that thing too.
Yeah, like
if I want to
can
go to sleep, I'm out.
Yeah, literally like within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably fall asleep right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I fell asleep 4 times in this episode.
Oh man.
What about outside of work? So you did mention to me that you went bouldering
Oh
the
yeah.
other week.
Yeah.
So you want to start with that?
Yeah, so I have recently taken up bouldering because I'm not going to play soccer this year. Very sad. I really wanted to play soccer, but I just don't think I can because like my knee.
Time or
No,
physical?
it's physical, like which is kind of like contradicting because I like bouldering.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with soccer, like you're running for 90 minutes, right? Like the only stop is halftime, and you're constantly like trying to get in for a tackle. Like you're always like pivoting and jumping up and down, you know, like so. And it was just like fucking me. Like
You probably have to put just as much time into recovery as you would into
yeah,
playing.
yeah, no, exactly right. Yeah, I would have to do like what the pros do, you know, like to just like the ice
Because
baths
you're
and
putting everything
shit.
into you're probably trying. You know?
Yeah, like I'm trying my heart out, like
Yeah.
and it was I was getting injured all the time, like every weekend it was like I was injured.
Yeah.
So I sat it out. I was like, I don't want to do it this year. Just maybe like get some of my injuries back to normal. Then maybe I'll try next year. I'll play indoor soccer because not as much running or slide tackling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so bouldering. My friends first suggested we go just rock climbing. So we went rock climbing in Castle Hill. It was like weird, like never been rock climbing with friends at this age.
Yeah.
It felt weird, like I felt like I was too old to do it.
Yeah, I want to start doing it, but I haven't done it yet.
And so we went rock climbing and that was fun, but like we felt like we wanted to do more. And then I didn't even know it existed, bouldering. And then my mate's like,
Yeah.
let's go bouldering. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I only just heard about it myself.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's so cool. Like, so it's like pretty much rock climbing with no ropes, but you only get to a max height of like 3 meters.
Yeah.
And the pad that you jump onto is like, it's like the gymnastics mat.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
really, really soft.
Nice.
And I was going once a week. I haven't been in the past like 3 weeks. No, sorry, I went last week. But I was going once a week and not even going to the gym.
Yeah, wow.
And I was like seeing results in my body
yeah.
as well, like stronger, like more defined.
Damn.
Like yeah, it's like everything was working out because it works out the muscles that like you don't usually work out.
Yeah.
Like it's like you can hold yourself up, but then like you get your arms getting fatigued, but you need to get like that next one, so you use your leg to push up.
Oh, yeah.
It's all like a mind game too.
Yeah, it's
You have to come with us. You have to.
100% I will.
We go in Lane Cove. It's called 9 Degrees. And then there's another one in Macquarie, which is called Climb Fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. Both links will be in the description. Nice little shout out.
Under
He's
the
after a free
fucking 40
membership,
links.
Yeah, come on, boys. Give him a little membership. We'll clip it.
Make sure you click on every link as well.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I'm
cause.
about to put another link in the description for
Yeah.
the documentary Free Solo.
Can we put a link for this YouTube channel as well?
I'll link the YouTube channel.
Link the YouTube channel and also link the link that you've just linked onto the links.
Yeah, I'll put a link for Linkin Park, and then I'll put a link for Zelda. Then have you seen Free Solo, the doco?
No.
Bro, there's this doco. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
You've got to watch it.
This is
It's
the guy
about
that
this guy. What's his name? I don't remember his name, but he wanted to climb this mountain. It was called El Chapo. It was the tallest, most steepest mountain ever made. It's a cliff face. It's a boulder. It's really a boulder.
Yeah.
And and I think it's like one of the hardest mountains of all time. And he wanted to do it with no rope.
Damn.
Which from the world of fucking rock climbing, it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
I think they said they analyze it in a great way where it's like when you're looking at it from someone who's never done rock climbing before, free without ropes,
Yeah.
you're like, this is absolute madness. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the people who rock climb without ropes every day of the week, they look at it like, this is impossible.
Yeah. It's like, how did this guy actually do it?
And he did it, bro. He ended up doing it. Crazy documentary. But like, bro, there's scenes where like it shows him like, and these crevices are like, your fingertip can just grab onto a ledge, and you use your whole body weight off that to then get another fingertip because it's a flat surface.
Wait, he would be strong as fuck.
Yeah, strongest ever.
Like strongest fucking human.
Yeah.
Like stronger than the biggest guy in the gym, you know?
Yeah. And he'll climb it, and then he'll just fucking get in a nice position, set up something, and then just go to sleep. No, when they're practicing, they'll set up like a tent and shit. But in the day, he ends up just getting it done. Yeah. But yeah, what an amazing documentary this guy. To be honest, I think of the guy like Sheldon Cooper. He's a bit on the spectrum. In fact, he's so on the spectrum that they might make a new one for him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's
climbing spectrum.
Yeah. Just like, you know, people with autism are really good at one thing. That's his thing. Yeah. It's quite obvious that's his thing.
Yeah.
Like he has like a girlfriend and shit now and all this shit, but like it's so funny, but like he'll say something like, she was like, what if you fall and die? And he's like, well, I don't want you to see that. Maybe you shouldn't be there. That's just like,
that's what he thinks.
And like one of the other lads that he knows and he's climbed with for millions of times, he dies on his own rock climbing expedition, and they hear about it while they're filming this documentary, and everyone's like butthurt about it and shit, and then this guy's just like, well, it's gonna happen eventually.
Like, at least he's
like,
accepted
it's
it.
sad. I feel sad for his family and everything like that. And it's very sad, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
he was gonna die.
I guess he's right in a way. He's right.
He's realistic.
Yeah. That's
no
cool.
Emotion, bro. And it's funny. It's like watching a robot like fucking fall in love. It's pretty cool. Very cool doco. But bro, there's a scene where he's climbing this mountain and then it zooms out and it keeps zooming out. And he's a fly on the wall of
like this
a
massive
building.
He just likes climbing.
Yeah.
It's climbing.
So yeah, they explain bouldering and shit.
That's like Forrest Gump, but climbing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's the Forrest Gump of mountains.
Yeah, he's a Forrest Gump. It's like, instead of saying I'm running, I'm climbing. Shit joke.
I just kept climbing.
I just kept climbing.
I wish his girlfriend's name was Jenny. That would have been a good touch.
Yeah, that would have been. What was her name? Do you know?
Her name is probably something like a Sarah or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Like a white girl, blonde hair. I just met a Sarah on the weekend.
Was she on the spectrum too?
I would say she is not on the spectrum, but she has to be kind of like
close to it.
It's almost like, how would I describe it? Like a social worker, if they could see that if the person they were caring for was the same as them.
Okay.
That's the best way I could probably describe it.
Okay, yeah.
Like most people look at like people on the spectrum as if like fucking they're way different to us. And I can imagine it'd be super, you'd feel so weird dating a girl if she was on the spectrum at all.
Yeah.
If it was noticeable.
Yeah.
But then like, you know how I can imagine if you were someone who didn't see them as any different, then it would be normal.
Okay, and that's what she is.
I can see her like that.
Yeah.
And she knows he's on the spectrum too.
Okay. So maybe she wants to care for him.
I think she just finds him so interesting. She finds the fact that he's so passionate about this so interesting, and she loves that part of him.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Proof that anyone can find love.
Yeah, well, this guy's, he's talking about it, and he's like, yeah, I've had a girlfriend for a bit now. I made this book a while ago, and I was doing a meet and greet and signing things, and this girl gave me a number. And, you know, it's pretty cool to have someone in the van. He's like, it's nice. He's like, what's cool? They say to him, like, what's cool about it or something? And he goes, well, she's pretty little, so she doesn't take up much space.
Good climber.
No, she's not even a climber. Like, he got her into it. And I won't spoil it for you because there's some funny things that happen along the way. But great documentary. Free Solo.
A Free Solo
Sick.
on Disney.
You'd like it, especially now that you're bouldering. You'll find it amazing.
And the people, another thing as well I'll mention about bouldering is that the people that go, they're all so nice. Like everyone's so like, like you'll complete a climb that like you've been obviously trying to do. Like you just keep falling, and then you will complete it, and the people are obviously noticing because they're waiting to do the same climb as you. They'll like give you high fives and like fist bumps, like nice man, like you did it before me.
Yeah, nice.
You know, like, or if you make a mistake somewhere, they're like, oh, don't put your left foot there, like move it to this one because then you can get from there to there. And then you do what they say and it works. You're like, hey, thanks, man.
That's
It's
good
really
community.
good. It's good. Everyone like shares chalk too.
Oh yeah.
Like not everyone, I shouldn't say that, but like we go with like a group of 7 people, I think, because it's like my mate and he brings his mates from work. And he has like a communal chalk bag.
Yeah.
We all just like dig into this chalk. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll give it the experience I deserve.
I reckon you'll be good at it because like you're strong, like you work all the time, like you're active, so I feel like you'd be
I
pretty
feel like I'm
decent.
capable of doing it.
But the only thing is though, we go like now. Like we would have been there. Oh no, we've been home by now.
Okay.
We probably would have been there at like 6. Get there at 6.
Okay, and it's probably like an hour session or something.
Yeah, hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd work it. I'll just go straight to work after.
You'd be
We're
pretty.
gonna wrap this up shortly.
Yeah.
Probably the next fucking. We'll call it fucking 10:20 or something like that.
Yeah, cool.
Because it goes quick. It's 8:20.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was looking at it before I like pressed the button to see what the time was, and I was like, holy shit,
It's
so
crazy.
fast.
It goes so quick.
So
So now
fast.
it's understandable how I did a 4-hour one. The other
Yeah,
day.
they would have just flown by.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning, it's like I would like struggle in a way to get the longevity, and it's not because the person I was sitting with we couldn't have a communication.
Yeah,
I didn't have that practice. I didn't have that experience of like, what do I say next?
yeah.
You know? I've gotten to a stage now where I can just chuck in anything at any point.
That's so good. And you'll get even better.
Yeah. I wonder if one day I'm doing fucking 10-hour ones, live streaming, you know what I mean? Twitch.
Yeah.
Work for Twitch. I could have people come over and do
That'd be
Twitch.
cool. That would be
Yeah.
cool, and get like gaming involved maybe.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Like-
Actually. That's one of my dreams.
Yeah.
So I built that PC.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone listening has heard about it a million times.
It's a pretty fucking flash
It's a
PC.
monster of a thing.
Yeah,
But that was designed for my editing and for gaming.
nice.
So I can also stream as
Mm-hmm.
and what I would like to be able to like do my own solo podcast
Yeah.
and game at the same time, and then record it live on Twitch, and then
Yeah,
go back
that's
and
mad.
post that on YouTube.
Yeah,
Because that's not really something people do. People
Yeah.
are very live and interactive on Twitch for the audience, but I wanted to have a channel where I could research everything that's happened for the week in mainstream media, TikTok news, anything.
talk about it
random.
while gaming.
Talk about that, and then people could use my channel as an insight to all the things they missed out on for the week.
Yeah,
So no one would need to go watch the news and shit.
Yeah, you're the
because They
news.
just listen to me, watch me fucking destroy cunts in cards.
talk about fucking the weather.
Yeah, and then just fucking just let everyone know, oh, you wear a raincoat. No.
Oh, today's gonna be rainy.
Yeah. Like, die, bitch, die. That reminds me. 25 in Sydney today.
Watch yourself at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's said to be heavy storms.
Yeah, like, die, motherfucker, die. That reminds me. The war in Ukraine right now.
Oh, Galat! Yeah, 3 people are dead this afternoon.
So like, oh, look at that feed. 4 people have been murdered in a home in Townsville this afternoon.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool content.
Yeah.
I would watch it.
It's not really something I see happening in the near future, but too much shit I'm trying to do.
What I do hope is in the future we'll go to a point where like certain drugs are legalized, and then we can just start like doing it during the pod.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
I wouldn't be doing it because I'm actually on sobriety. I've been sober for 5 months almost now.
Nice.
Drugs and alcohol.
Like any certain
Anything. Drugs and alcohol.
So is this because you want to do Mount Everest?
No. This was a completely separate.
Just
thing.
because you just made the choice?
Yeah. Just because I made the choice. Like I've got such an addictive personality. This is where it came from originally, and I stopped taking drugs religiously like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Which I still think to this day is the funnest experience I could ever have as a human. Like, drugs are my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
But I see, because it's so fun and so good, it's what makes it so bad. It's
Yeah.
the balance, which I do not have balance. So then when I drink, I'd go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday and drink. All I wanted to do was fucking get a bag. All I wanted to do was fucking, if it was a Friday, fuck it, let's get on some ham. Let's fucking take some pills, whatever I wanted, whatever. And then I also started to see all the negative side effects that alcohol on its own was having around the people around me.
Yeah.
And I just made that decision, like, let's just see if I can go from my birthday to my birthday and not drink or not do drugs either. And then I don't want to sound like I'm preaching the idea of sobriety, but I feel exponentially better, like in a way that I've never felt before.
Wow.
I'm stressed out all the time to the point where it's like, how am I going to get this fucking video done by the weekend?
Yeah.
How am I going to get to work on time? All this random shit that everyone goes through, but it's nothing for me. It's nothing. It's like, it'll happen. I know I can get it done.
Yeah. That's so good. That's so good.
And I started seeing the health benefits straight away.
Yeah, I bet.
Straight away.
I bet.
Second jog I went through was 10 kilometers.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And I aced it. And I aced it. I felt fucking amazing.
Do you ride bikes at all? Push bikes?
Nah, I don't. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. I try and go like at least 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do like minimum 15 Ks.
Mountain biking or cycling?
Yeah. Mountain biking. I don't cycle. I don't wear lycra. I'm not a gay cunt.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that.
Sorry to all the gay cunts out there.
Sorry for you dumb people.
Yeah, I fucking hate those people.
Yeah.
Like footpath, you know?
Yeah.
Don't go on the road. Yeah, like people still get pissed
built
off.
the fucking lane for a reason.
Yeah, like there's a fucking bike lane, not a car fucking road bike lane.
Yeah.
But
why aren't you paying rego?
yeah, fucking why don't you have a number plate? Why don't you have a little fucking e-tag?
Yeah.
Fucking even though I'm not even riding on the road, some people on footpaths still get pissed off at me.
No, really.
Yeah, like you just can't really make everyone happy. Yeah. But you know, it is what it is.
Do what you want, bro.
Yeah, fucking I don't care. I'll hit a little kid and
you do what you want, you take what you want, and you ride wherever the fuck
that's
you
it.
want. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
how I live my life.
That's a good motive.
I do DTDs. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'll take whatever I want while I'm doing it, and I'm driving wherever the fuck I want.
I like it. DTDs. Yeah. DTDs.
Yeah. Other than biking, anything else you've been taken up over these last few years?
Crypto.
Yeah.
100% crypto. Yeah.
Still big in it?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I'm like always wanting to learn something new about it. Like I strongly believe that it's going to be one of the next big things that we stumble across. I feel like the reason why it's so good right now is because everyone fucking hates it.
Yeah.
Everyone hates it.
Off. Everyone lost money, bro, and everyone sold.
Everyone's fucking salty, because they lost money. Like I lost money. Like I'm sure you did too. But
I never cashed out.
Yeah, neither.
I never rode the wave. I knew from day one it was a fucking 5 to 10 year plan.
Yeah.
And I invested in XRP.
Like you can like fucking you look at like 10 years ago, people were putting $1 on Bitcoin will be millionaires now.
Yeah. I know people that sold their Bitcoin when it got to like $1,000 or something like that.
You know, Bitcoin. There's a Bitcoin pizza day.
Yeah.
You know how the guy spent 10,000 Bitcoins on pizza.
Yeah.
That's worth like billions of dollars now.
Yeah, that guy. Fuck.
That fucking guy.
Fuck.
You used to get a free Bitcoin for completing a captcha. You know those things where it's like prove you're not a robot?
Yeah.
If you completed one of those on like whatever it was, probably the dark web, you'd get a free Bitcoin sent to you.
People used to mine their own Bitcoins.
You can still do it. You can still
can.
Yeah, so
but you only mine parts of Bitcoin.
yeah, so but there is a chance to mine a full one.
Okay.
But the chance is like I think it's like 14 trillion to one, some stupid.
Yeah,
but
so
back
there's no chance.
when there's no chance. When Bitcoin first came out though, it was pretty easy to mine Bitcoin. That's why everyone was doing it. That's why China and Russia have like the biggest mining facilities. That's another thing, right? So people hate crypto. They don't want to touch it, but the biggest banks, the people that have the most money in the world are all diving into it right now when it's this big. But when it's this big, everyone's like, fuck, like look at it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like XRP, the reason I chose that one, shout out to Delvin, you gave me the recommendation for it, but all the global world banks started to buy it.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, this is the one.
I'm going to shout out to Delvin as well, because anyone who believes in XRP is a friend of mine.
Yeah, nice.
Because so many people out there in the crypto community hate XRP.
It's not like it's a meme coin, but it's a victim coin because of the fact that it's going through its lawsuit.
Yeah, which is actually hopefully finishing in the next couple of days.
I've heard that for the last fucking 8
I know. And I keep telling myself, like last year I was like, it's going to finish this year. Like I can't wait. Yeah. And then this year I was like, it's any time now.
Yeah.
And
the
then
first time they pushed that court case back, I'm like, let's not worry about it.
Yeah. But I strongly believe this year is the year.
Yeah, this year.
This year is the year where they will win the lawsuit, because it literally has to end this year.
Or as soon as they do, I'm set. I'm actually set for life, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon, like, you know, Wolf of Wall Street, when he's like, when people hear the news, it'll be too fucking late.
Yeah.
It's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
It's exactly what's going to happen.
And I've recently got a couple mates to buy XRP.
Yeah.
Slowly starting to listen.
Do you have any XRP NFTs?
I don't have any NFTs. I don't believe in NFTs. I got to be honest with you. Unfortunately.
Not even the X-Punks?
I don't believe in any NFT.
See, that's how deep I am. I'm balls deep in crypto.
I believe NFT has a potential for the absolute mainstreamed ones, like the or the yacht clubs and shit like that. What are they called?
Bored Ape Yacht
Bored
Club.
Apes, yeah. Things like that and CryptoPunks, they have potential to become vintage in a long time.
99% of all NFTs will be fucked. Like they'll all go to zero.
99.9.
Same with crypto coins as well.
Yeah, but they're the crypto coins that have no foundation behind them.
Yeah.
The businesses that have crypto that are running on their platforms, they'll all succeed.
Like the ones that you want to look for, I know it sounds so like one-sided, but the companies you want to look for are the ones that are exactly like Ripple, XRP, the ones that have their own like individual company outside of crypto, and then they just use crypto as like their business. That's their business.
Yeah. Well, so I have a mate who invested in a coin, made $150,000 in a month because he picked one of those token coins, meme coins.
Yeah.
And he got lucky. But that is not what people should be looking at doing. To
that's gambling.
That's gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in a way, it wasn't because he put $100 or something. He put $1,000, whatever it was.
Jesus.
Because it was like a couple of cents.
Why doesn't that shit fucking happen to me?
Yeah, but there's a reason why he made that much money because so many people lost that much money.
Yeah.
The reason why you make so much money on these.
Andrew Tate has a good thing about this actually, because I know what you're trying to say. I feel like I know what you're trying to say. Where like you're waiting for so long to sell a token that's at a high price, but you're only going to sell it at a high price if someone's willing to buy it at that price. Yeah. So there's always going to be someone else eventually that is buying into a market that you've already made so much fucking profit on. Yeah. So I think that's what you were trying to get to.
That is what I was getting at. Yeah. It's like I'm trying to find the word to use to describe these mainstream coins. That's not mainstream. It's like these sound coins, these safety coins, because you're not going to make $100 million buying because these coins are already worth $1 to $100,000 a coin already. So to make $100 million, you got to put in $100 million.
Yeah,
you know, to get from $1 to $2 is only double. And for something to go from 1 cent to $1 is 100 times. Yeah, you can't bet on that horse.
Yeah, you can't.
You bet on the safe odd, and it's not really gambling in these practicalities. Like we're investing into crypto because it has practicality. You can see it's not one of these things where it's like, if everyone jumps on this train, I'll make so much money. Yeah. Because Dogecoin's a funny name for a coin. Yeah. It's like, no, the software behind XRP is it's instant automatic transaction from country to country. Instead of having to wait 24 hours for money to clear when you get paid. It's like seconds. Yeah, you send the fucking data for XRP, the other person gets it through the internet, which is fiber optic cable. Yeah. There's no realness to it.
And the fees.
And you just transfer that into cash and then you collect it. 1 second. Yeah. I think there's like $2 or $3 trillion at all times in the world that is waiting to be collected because
it's more. So Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, actually talks about it because that's the market they're aiming for. Yeah, and it's in the 20s. It's like $24 trillion that is just sitting in like nothing. It's in the holding stages. Yeah, because if I had a
pending thing on your CommBank app, it's the pending.
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know how when you tap something, it takes 24 hours for your money to come out. It's like literally that.
Yeah, well that's what I know. That's what XRP is targeting.
Yeah. So if I had $200 million and I wanted to send it to you in Iraq from Australia, it would take literally 3 seconds and cost me a fraction of a penny. Yeah. But if I was to do that with actual Australian dollars and then whatever currency it is in Iraq, it would take fucking like a week.
Oh, and it would have to go through processes through banks to get cleared. It would have to.
You have to come up with reasons.
International fees.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can't just send that money. You have to give them a good excuse, to send your money, which is a fucked thing. Even to get your money out of a bank, you have to give them a fucking excuse. Yeah,
which is why it makes sense why they're getting this lawsuit against them, because this lawsuit isn't like they've done anything wrong. For anyone who is interested in what we're talking about, the governments are trying to find out how they can control this thing, because it's complete chaos.
They know the reason why it's been so suppressed is because they know that it's the next fucking thing. They know that they don't want the normal average fucking Joe to invest in this coin, because they know that fucking one day they're going to want as much of it as they can. So from the day they fucking started this lawsuit, you best know that the government are buying their own fucking bags of XRP.
100%. The global banks and then countries were spending
stacking.
Bro, do you remember watching how much money was getting put in a day in the beginning? It was $100 million.
You can see there's a website, the Ripple website. You can see the map of the world, and then you can see literally in real time all of the XRP getting transferred across the world.
Yeah.
And like there's a little like thing there. It's like in COD, like a leaderboard, and it's constantly getting updated like every fucking millisecond.
Yeah.
It's just like people sending money across the world.
Yeah.
And it's like coming from Australia, from China, from Russia. Like
Yeah.
people say that it's just an American business, but it's like literally
I
worldwide.
think a lot of the skeptics and the boys that haven't jumped on it don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's not like crypto is going to become the new money. We're
Yeah.
still going to have money.
Yeah.
Crypto is the thing that we're using to transfer our money through.
Yeah, it's like another stock.
Yeah.
It's you can compare it to a stock.
Very similar to a
Yeah.
stock in the sense that it goes up and down in value.
Yeah.
But the good thing about this is it's never going to take away what you have in the bank.
Yeah.
You're always going to have your cash. It's just when you send your cash,
If the
you're going
government
to be
doesn't fuck you around.
Instead of sending your cash, you're going to transfer you're going to, I don't want to say transfer because it already complicates it too much.
Well,
But you're going to be sending
value.
your value of cash
Yeah.
to someone else to collect his value of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the dopest thing of all time.
Yeah, it's such a clever idea.
And I get it, bro. I get this lawsuit. It's necessary because without complete control, I
It'll
believe in
go berserk.
democracy. I do believe in democracy 100%. I believe in whatever comes out of this. And I think that without it, you get problems like FTX just went through, which is
But you know, the
problematic.
funny thing is about that is that they reckon the government was behind it.
Yeah, could have been. But I think that the government just needs to have an understanding first of what they can do
Yeah.
to help this thing
Yeah.
to help this thing progress.
It also doesn't help that the people that are regulating all of this in America are like fucking 80 years old.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have no idea how a fucking iPhone works. So like, how will they understand crypto?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but fuck, I'm glad you're into crypto too. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's good to just freshen my mind up with a little bit of crypto every now and then.
Literally every day I'm on it. Like, have you seen recently the bank in America that closed down?
Oh yeah. Oh, we should talk about that.
Silicon Valley Bank.
Yeah.
Like 200 something billion dollars worth of people's money just gone.
Yeah.
That's like fucking 100 times worse than FTX.
Yeah.
And like it gets this much media.
Yeah. Well,
But
do you know why? Do you know why it all happened? Do you understand what happened?
So they were leveraging people's money with other banks. So they said that they had money liquid. So if every single person wanted to get their money out at once, there was no way they could do it because they were only keeping like 5% of actual cash in their banks.
Yeah.
Everything was in the fucking cloud. It was all digital.
Well, what happened? And this is what happens in Australia as well, in every country. When you put your money into a bank, let's say you just chuck in $200,000.
Yep.
Then one day you want to go collect that in cash. One, you might not be able to collect that in cash because they don't physically have that much cash. And two, they might not be able to let you spend that $200,000 because when you put your money in a bank, you're signing away your rights to have that bank do whatever they want with your money.
It's an exchange. It's an exchange.
So they invest it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
put it on stocks. They put it on crypto. They lend it to other banks and they charge
And if
them
they
interest.
fuck up, you got no money.
And if they fuck up and they don't have it, and then no other bank is willing to lend them the money they need to give you back
Yeah.
your money, then that's when corporations like the government will stand in and then they'll say, right, we're shutting down this bank. They'll work out a way that the government can now fund that bank in order to give that person
Which
back
is
their
what
money.
they're doing now.
And people do get their money back.
Yeah.
But you might not just get what you have when you want it.
Yeah.
And then in America, what happened was they lost all this fucking money on bad investment ideas and lending and shit. And then the government had to step in and be like, let's shut this bank down.
Yeah.
No, everyone, you can't collect any money. But then all the other banks, the massive banks across
But we
America
relied
now,
on it.
they've started to not just the ones that have relied on it. Now the other ones who have seen what's happened, they're shutting their doors down too.
Yeah.
Because
They're scared.
people are getting scared. People
Yeah,
are,
see
people
the
are all trying
stocks,
to take their money out.
Like most of the big banks in America, all the stocks are down over like 50, 60%.
Yeah.
Like if people didn't have their money in the bank, they're losing their money anyway from the stock.
And I think I've been trying to research this. I think that's what ended up happening in Greece originally, because Greece used to be the capital of the world. It used to be the center point for trade, and it was the most economic country in the world. And what they did was they would invest all their money, and then all it takes is one person from town to ask for their money, and the bank to be like, just give us 24 hours. We're about to make a shitload more money. We don't want to collect them. We're about to fucking win big. And then that person's like, can't I get my money? And the bank ends up just saying no.
And then you're
And
like,
he tells his family tells his community.
Yeah.
And everyone in Greece started to withdraw all their cash. And that's what crashed the best economy in the world, which is kind of what America is going through right now.
yeah,
But I think that if people get the information they need, and that's yes, you'll get your money, just don't freak out, be patient,
Yeah.
believe in the system, believe in democracy.
you know what a
You'll be
good
right.
solution is? buy cryptocurrency, buy a fucking digital asset, something that you own. Like, obviously it's going to change in value. Don't put your whole life savings on it.
Yeah.
But like fucking hold something that you know. It's like buying a computer, literally. But it can go up in value, it can go down. But if you were to spend the exact same amount of money as you were, like, say, when did the iPhone 10 come out? Whatever. Whenever it fucking came out, 5 years ago. If you put that money that you spent on that phone on cryptocurrency, like, you would have so much now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so easy to tell someone, but it's so hard to get them to understand.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I feel so many people that I tell about crypto are always like, shut the fuck up, you know? Like, I hear
can
it.
see why, but because it looks like gambling.
It does.
If you day trade, if you're the type of person who's going to rely on putting in 100 today, taking out 150 the next day, putting in 100 today, taking out 150. But that's just, it's not
the right way.
I have something like it's not a massive amount, but it's a good enough amount. I have like 7,000 coins or something like that.
Yeah.
But those coins are like
Gold to you.
it's almost like a fact that those coins are going to be worth 10 times that as soon as this lawsuit is done.
Me and Tiffany, we have this thing we always say to each other, like, our cryptocurrency is like our winning lotto tickets, so we already have. The numbers haven't been called out yet. It's 100.
And bro, there's high likely statistics proving that it's going to be like 100x within a couple years, 1,000x in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had 1,000x on 7,000 coins, that's like 70 billion. I'm guessing.
No, it's 70 million.
70 million.
Yeah.
Then, like, bro, that's just something that I never have to think about. That's
exactly.
In the back burner. If I lose my money, I lose my money. It's like I'm going to lose it. It's going to stay the same. Whenever I want, I can take that money back.
Yeah, like you can. Yeah, and a lot of people, like, when I've tried to describe it to, they always think that you have to buy one full coin to buy it. I'm always like, you can buy portions of a coin. Yeah. Even if it's worth 3 cents, you can put fucking 15, like half of 3 cents on it, 0.15 cent, and you can buy half of that token. Like, people don't understand that too. Like, they look at Bitcoin like, oh, it's too expensive to buy.
Yeah.
It's like,
instead of buying a coin for $50,000,
you can put $50 on it.
Buy $50 worth of a $50,000.
Exactly. Like, it's I try and describe that to people, and they're always like, nah, like.
But I get it, bro. It's so new information. I'm easy at playing devil's advocate because I remember what it's like to be that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like I get it and I understand if people don't want to do it. I just think it's a shame.
It is a shame.
Because I see such a fruitful future.
Yeah, it is. It's literally the internet before the internet.
Yeah.
Like, if you were Jeff Bezos.
Said, why do I need an email in the beginning?
Yeah. Now it's like, fucking, why don't you have an email? But like, none of my, like, close friends are invested in crypto. Oh, really? Yeah, none of them. Not even my family members. I've tried to get my brother onto it, my closest friends, my parents. Everyone always says no. Like, the best excuse I've heard, I don't have time. It's like, what? You don't have fucking time to open your phone? Like, you got time to, like, watch porn when you get home? You got time to fucking create an account on Binance and fucking make some money. Like, it's so like annoying because, like, I'm trying to help you, you know? Like, I'm not just trying to make you lose money.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, bro. It is what it is.
It is, and it's so refreshing to have, like,
commonality.
It's so refreshing. It is. That's why I watch so many videos, because I'm like, I'm the same as you. I've gotten over
that stage. It's too much for me to stay updated because it's like I get too excited. You know, I get too excited. I just focus my energy somewhere else.
And then one day it'll happen.
Let this sit. I'm not going to learn anything by learning when the court date's going to be settled. Yeah. I'm going to learn something when I see it's gone 10x. Yeah. You know?
When you open your phone and you're rich. That's so true.
Yeah. And I got lucky. I bought most of my coins at an average of like 60 cents.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
What's it now? It's about 60 cents anyway. Like, I don't like I've lost any money.
Yeah. The cheapest I got XRP was like 40 cents.
Yeah. I think mine was probably around the same.
Yeah. You know, like, in 2017, before it reached like $4 American, it was, I think a couple months before, I think 2 months before, it was like 0.0001 cent. Yeah. So people, like, if you put $1,000 on XRP, you would have been a millionaire back then.
Yeah, I know people that put 40K on it when it was like less than fucking a couple cents. Like, yeah. They're already sweet. Now they're just waiting even more, bro. Yeah. They're living off money like that. Yeah.
I reckon my prediction, I'm not going to be in this industry by 2030.
Yeah. I'm in the trade?
Yeah, like the trade. I reckon I'm probably going to be doing something similar to this, like playing games, probably Twitch streaming, or making music. Actually, I've always been wanted. Like, I remember when I used to make music. Yeah. I think I want to get back to doing that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
When I have like heaps more time, because you need so much time to do that.
Yeah, you either have time or money.
Yeah. That's it.
Wait, then crypto's your escape, bro.
It is, and it's could be everyone's escape if they would just fucking listen.
Yeah. But the thing is, just like 10% of the planet gets involved on it.
Yeah.
Bro, don't get me wrong, us fucking 0.1% of people, we're gonna grow so much.
Yeah.
And we're kind of feeding our own machine. It's like a pyramid scheme in a way. The more people that we get to do it,
the better
we're not
get.
gonna lie to everyone listening. We're going to make money because you've invested. But if you don't do it, someone else will, and you won't be the person to grow off the next person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you think about all the money in the world, there's like a less percentage of people. Like, there's less people in the world that are rich compared to how do I put this? So there's like a smaller group of people that have all of the money compared to the whole population, right? So
the statistics on that is it's 99% of 1% of the people own 99% of the world's wealth.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. And like, which means you can miss an opportunity every day. Like if one person can change so much, then like fucking why are you not jumping on it?
And you know what's a crazier statistic? Out of that 1% of people, 1% of those people own 99% of that money.
Wow.
Oh, bro, there's so much for us to get into. We do not have the time to get into it today. All right? I love that you came over. I love catching up with you. We're gonna have to do a part 2 in the future.
Definitely.
It's been a fucking good couple hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be late to work, but that's life. That's life. But I have one final question that I have to ask everyone that sits down.
Yep.
And that's just in case anyone listening isn't in the best headspace, or they can use it in the future for a bit of information.
Okay.
What's some advice that you would give someone who came to you for a problem that they just were feeling depressed because they were just a bit lost?
Obviously, talk to your closest friend. If they don't help, don't listen to your thoughts. I feel like your thoughts are like you're not your friend when you're in that stage. I've never personally been in that stage, but yeah, if it was any of my friends, I would want them to reach out to me. Even if you feel embarrassed, get a pet, maybe something you can care for, take your mind off things, go to the gym, go for a run, go for a bike ride, like do something that takes your mind off things, like give your mind a break. You know, like I love giving my brain a break every day, even if it's just like sitting down on your phone like playing a game on your phone, or like TikTok for like an hour or whatever. It sounds ridiculous, TikTok for an hour, but like you know what I mean? Like just try and like escape reality for a little bit. And then you can start thinking to yourself about like afterwards, like after you're refreshed. Because I know some people go through crazy shit.
Oh, depression, bro. It's a real thing.
100%.
I hear these messages from like people like Andrew Tate, like depression isn't real. I tell myself it's not real. Yeah, that makes sense if you hear it in the right light, but I can also see how it's not realistic. It's just, it might be the message someone needs to hear.
Yeah.
What you're saying is the perfect thing for it. Responsibility, like getting a pet, that will take your mind off. I feel like a lot of feelings of loss do come from lack of responsibility.
Yeah, or lack of care to yourself.
Yeah.
Like no one's showing you care.
And you also answered that with how you can care for yourself, and that's exercise. Bike riding is an answer I've never heard before. Going to the gym is a perfect example of physical activities, because your body and your mind are connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know the brain's a muscle as well, right? So every time someone goes through depression or anything, you can compare it to like when you go to the gym. Like if you go to the gym for a long enough period, you're going to end up looking big. If you like, depression's a terrible thing, but look at it and on the bright side. It's so hard to say this because I've never gone through it, but if you look on the bright side of it and you know that you're going to reach the end, know that your brain will be stronger at the end as well, because you've just put it through a massive fucking workout.
Yeah.
So
but you have to train it.
You have to train it, but like, so people go to the gym when they've never been before, so they have to learn somewhere. And if that happens to you, if you get depression, then just know like your brain, you're almost testing yourself. I feel like you would be testing yourself, and then some people reach the breaking point, but some people don't. some people make it through and they become even a better person afterwards.
Yeah, well,
So-
I resonate with that a lot as well, because even the last guest I had on, he said it in a way I haven't thought of it. He said it as if like those darkest days are my best friend because I got to become so much better because I went through it and I figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what you're
Everyone's
saying
got their
is
own battle,
that-
man. Even if it's the smallest thing to you, to them it's big. You know, like everyone's got a story. It's so crazy. Like you talk to someone, they've always got a story. Like, and you can never judge a book by its cover. So even though I do all the time, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, but like, yeah, it's that's
like
a good,
like that cop.
yeah, like that cop, 100%. And you know the funny thing is about that cop, he wasn't white either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have said that when I was in the story before. Like he
I
just
was imagining it
assumed.
Darren.
No.
Yeah.
He's the guy who was with him was a fucking Darren.
Yeah,
But the one that he was, he was. I don't want to assume his fucking race, but I want to say Indian or something.
Yeah.
But he was racist to my friends who were like the same race as him, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I like it. I like the answer, bro. It's a great answer, and I think that it's important because I say this at the end of every episode because you can hear something a million times, but you just haven't heard the way someone said it to resonate with, and I think that through longevity of the episodes, I feel like everyone can get the answer that they need because everyone's going to go through depression. It's a fact of life.
Even if it's
life
so
is
little
shit,
or
life is
minor.
hard.
Yeah.
But when you get out of it, life is amazing and life is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's that balance. And I'm always fucking talking about that balance. Yeah. But as I said, bro, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Bro.
Thank you. It's been so good being here.
It's not long enough, eh?
Yeah, it isn't. I want to keep going, but
Yeah.
I'm gotta go to bed soon, mate.
Yeah, I gotta go to work, bro. Yeah, as I said, really appreciate it. We will do a part 2 in the future.
Definitely.
I'm excited. There's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
And it was really good to see you.
You too, man.
All right, beautiful. That's a wrap.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a 2-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt. Oh.